And we're live, baby. Still waiting on Cheyleesi. She's in the house. She's here. Everything's fine. I'm just waiting on her. Just a little bit of an emergency. Everything is all good. I wouldn't be sitting here drinking a beer like nothing was happening at all if it was a real emergency. It's a fake emergency. Anyway, what's up, weirdos? Shadetree Surgeon here, and it's time for another live stream. It's time for the Rock of Love, baby. When I say the Rock of Love, there's no K on the end of that one, and that's a story Cheyleesi will have to tell later. It's hers to tell, and I'm pretty proud of her for going ahead and jumping down the path of shitbox. She's done it with motorcycles, but she's never done it with a car. And I think that's pretty important because I've had shitty motorcycles my whole life, but having a crappy car, I feel like that's a special kind of coming of age that not everybody gets. And Shay never got that. She never had a crappy car. She went straight into crappy motorcycle. She never had a car until she bought her own car. She was motorcycle only from 16 when she first started driving until I think in her 20s. She's like her mid 20s, early 20s or something like that when she got her first car. And so yeah, she was motorcycle only. So she never had the crappy car experience like so many had. Anyway, what's up, guys? Let me say what's up to everybody. Torque and Tonkatsu packing up the bike for Wednesday. Excited to see you, man. I hope the ride isn't that cold for you. You know, we got our man, Motors and Metal, coming all the way from Connecticut. And that's a wildly cold place to ride down to Florida from. So it makes me go like, oh shit, I hope the campout is fun, dude, because you are freaking going through some freezing weather to get here. My man, the kiwi fruit in here, Dry Heat Doug, we love you as always. The man himself, the one, the only, the legendary, the pungent Pete motherfucking Carvo. I hope you do get out and ride, man. I know that you guys in Oregon and in the PNW got to be itching just as bad as anybody else across the nation right now with all this cold weather. Insatiable Mind asked, did she really have a crappy motorcycle? Yeah, her first bike was an ex-rider training bike. So it was a Suzuki single-cylinder GZ250 that had been used and abused and dropped 1,000 times in a training class. So yes, I feel I'm probably reading too far into this. Because Insatiable Mind is probably just saying that, but I read that as not like, hey, did she really have a crappy motorcycle though? And I read it as, did she really have a crappy motorcycle? That's an uncharitable read. I'm sorry that I did that. But I'm like, yeah, dude, it was aggressively bad. It was a really bad motorcycle. I think she paid like $400 for it or something like that. So it's not the worst motorcycle you can have as a first bike. There's worse bike. A worse motorcycle to have would be one that didn't run. But it was a pretty rough bike. And she's like plenty of crappy bikes after that too. Yeah, dude, there were a lot of people here took their course on the GZ250. Not even the Rebel 250. The Rebel 250 is actually kind of nice. The GZ250 was just a cockroach from the very start. It was never meant for mass consumption. It was always just like use exactly what it was for kids to freaking just absolutely roach, dude. Yeah, sorry for the uncharitable read, Insatiable Mind. That was a unpleasant of me, I guess. That's all right. Witness the chicken. We got our man Nolan up there a couple more weeks before you guys get out of the snow. I know all those guys in Canada, as soon as it's not snowing on the ground, they're freaking out, dude. No, I'm not. Now, if you had a GZ250, I'm sure you had a good time on it. But if you had a good time on a GZ250, I will tell you this. Either it was your very first bike that you ever had or you got a big imagination. They are tepid is the word I'll use. I think that's a good word from there, tepid bikes. They just don't really have anything about them that stands out. It's okay, man. They serve a purpose. You know, I'm not trying to talk shit. If someone has a GZ250 and they love it, not trying to talk crap about it. There's probably 100 dudes out there who've turned a GZ250 into an insane chopper in like Thailand or something like that. Are probably just absolutely righteous. But yeah, as it stands, as it comes out of the factory, or as it used to come out of the factory, I think that tepid works as a descriptor for the GZ250. They're just like, I've ridden plenty of 125s that had way more character. It's just like a slow revving, just boat anchor of a motor, as opposed to like an old 70s like CB 125, which is like peppy and fun and exciting to ride. You get on the GZ250, it just feels like a lawnmower engine. It's just like it's just nothing. It doesn't rev. It doesn't do anything interesting compared to like a lot of other motors. Like you compare it to getting on a 125, not even a Grom's a bad comparison because they're fuel injected. But if you get on an old CB 125 from the 70s, like it feels nothing like the GZ250 at all. Yeah, so I can adjust that. I can turn it up a little bit. I'm using a new microphone. So I knew that it was going to, I did a little recording before this, and I knew that the microphone was going to be a little quiet. I could probably just turn up the gain on it. I'm using it, it's wireless, see? I don't remember to turn it off when I go to the bathroom so you guys don't have to listen to me piss. That's premium content. Let me see if I can turn up the gain a little bit, see if that makes a difference. Because this is my first time using a wireless mic. It's turning the gain up that makes it louder, right? I think so. How about now? So now I feel bad because if anybody had their volume turned way up, I don't want to like blast their eardrums out, but I just put another 3 decibels on the gain. So you guys let me know how that is. I can turn it up a little more. I also don't want to like turn it up too high and screw everybody over who's like already turned up their volume to hear me. So like I'm trying to do just like a little bit at a time and not blow anybody out of the water here, all right? Oh, did Ken freaking show up on that? Yeah, if we don't have the camera pointed the right way, you can definitely see in the bathroom back there. Yeah, I only went up 3 on the gain. I'm just trying to make sure. I just don't want to break it up. Oh, what's up, man? Human Tornado in the freaking chat. Human Tornado is a really cool dude. I met him up at Barber. Fuck, did we meet there? Or did we talk about meeting there? I can't remember. But he's a cool dude. I've been following him on Instagram for a long time. So I just turned it up another 3. I'm just going to leave it there because most people are saying it's fine. But Human Tornado, follow him on Instagram. I'm actually not sure. Human Tornado, do you do YouTube? Do you make YouTube videos? I forget, man. I'm a bad friend. I'm sorry. I just saw your name pop up. Where is it? Oh, there you go. See, he's already talking about it. Yeah, he races vintage motorcycles, and he just said it in there. He goes, as a dude who races a CL 175, the bike is furious. And I forget if he's got video of it here. Dude, we'll do our very first react. So the Human Tornado is a dude who I would say at least has been following me since before I built the chopper, because I know I talked to him before I went to Barber for the first time. And so he's just always done like really cool racing builds. He races at Barber. I don't know if you have any. He's only got 4 videos up here, but he does more stuff on Instagram, I think. Well, let's check it out because he does vintage road racing, which is really freaking cool. The thing about racing vintage motorcycles is a lot of the guys who race vintage motorcycles are just like pretty good at racing fast motorcycles already. So so when they race vintage motorcycle because it's like more of a challenge. So I've always been like, oh, it'd be pretty cool to race vintage motorcycles, but I feel like you just have to be so much better because everything just sucks more. So you already have to be like way better. Oh, wait, I don't have the sound turned on to you guys. Well, let me fix that. How do I do it? I feel like I knew how to do this before. Oh, you know what it is? I gotta freaking put the sound to my headphones. That's what it is. Sorry, guys. Shay's not here to fix stuff for me, so I'm fucking struggling. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, that should work now. Because you guys could probably hear it, but you would have gotten it. Okay, there, that's better. Evening, Thomas. Hollering and fake laughing. I refuse to fake laugh. Ha ha ha! I'm kidding, I fake laugh. Sometimes fake laughing is funny. I try not to fake laugh at on YouTube. I try to laugh for real. And when I do fake laugh, because sometimes it's like the automatic knee-jerk reaction to do it, I try to edit it out. I try to be genuine with my laughter. It's not hard, because sometimes you do just have to fake laugh, but then you're like, okay, what's the difference between a fake laugh and a real laugh? If I want to signify that something is funny, and I know I do that by laughing, because that's like the agreed upon thing that human beings do when they're talking, is that you show laughter to say that you liked something or you think it's funny. Like, is it fake if I'm doing it, if I feel that way, even if it wasn't an involuntary action? I don't know. Philosophers in the chat, answer that one for me. Mad Yankee, my YouTube show, I have nothing blocked on mine. What were you saying that was blocked? Spell it weird so it comes up. I have nothing. I have no words, nothing blocked on mine. So I don't know what that could be. John, John Stamper says, I'm just not comfortable on camera. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how people do it either, to be honest with you, man. Anyway, follow Human Tornado, man. Good dude. Known him for a long time. Put his channel in there for everybody. I don't know how I do it either. It just sort of happens. I just have, the camera thing is fun, like being on camera or even being live stream. It does not feel like recording a video, because on a live stream you feel like you're hanging out with people. Like a lot of times I look forward to it. Like there are parts of videos sometimes that I don't look forward to, and it's not because I don't enjoy making videos. It's more along the lines of, sometimes I'll have a video and I'll have everything I need except for like a couple things, and then I have to like record something else to like finish the video, and I know I have to do that, and then I won't want to do that, and I don't like doing that, because anytime I feel like I have to do something, I don't want to do it, especially when it comes to making videos. Like, unless I feel like it's fun and I'm having fun, doing it is like pulling teeth. So I always get on this high horse about like, we don't accept sponsorships, and we don't, but it's mainly because like making a video I don't want to make, not even a video I hate, but making a video that I'm just like not having fun, that's like work, I'm like, I just won't do it. It's not that it's not fun and I hate it, I just won't fucking do it. So that it's more along those lines than anything else. Greetings, dumb scum, on my phone. I could see it on the Mad Yankee said it got blocked. I could see it on my phone, but I could see it didn't show up in your comment stream displayed in the feed. Let's try this. So I just made you a moderator, Mad Yankee. Try to say the same thing. Say greetings, dumb scum again in all caps, and see if it comes up because you're a moderator now. I wonder if it's just because you're not. I wonder if it's just like YouTube is doing some auto blocking thing. I'll have to go into my settings and turn it off. I literally, because I've never turned on any blocked words. Philip Rush, yes, we are live, my friend. Links always, that's YouTube. Links always get auto filtered. No, if you're a moderator, you can share a link, and then I can share links, and then that's it. Anyone else gets auto filtered. Not that I really care. It's not that I'm worried about somebody sharing their channel. I tell people all the time, like, shout out your channel, dude. Freaking, yeah, now it lets you say it. Someone else tried to say greetings, dumb scum, and see if it blocks it. So I don't care. Like, you can tell people, like, I'll pull up people's channels all the time and show them on stream. You can tell people that you make YouTube videos. It doesn't bother me. Now, if we had freaking 10,000 people in here right now, we're hanging out with 196 of our closest friends and family. If we had 10,000 people in here, you probably would be like, well, hey, you can't do self-promotion, because people will be like, I need to put my name in front of 10,000 people right now. So like, even if all 200 people who are watching shared their channel link, it would be like a few minutes of it going scrolling. It wouldn't even be that much of an interruption. So for me, it doesn't matter if somebody wants to promote, go like, hey, I make YouTube videos. These are the kind of videos I make. Go check them out. It doesn't bother me at all. I encourage it, in fact. Like, if you want to do that, go right ahead. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. Crossbow Sniper. Cool freaking name, dude. Just wanted to say hello to you and Shay. I'll bring this back up when she gets in here, and we'll read it again. It was some of your recent vids that got me back into riding my motorcycle after my grandma passed. They both bought my bike for me after coming home from my last deployment. Go help some forgotten angels, my man. Dude, thank you. First off, thank you. That's an insane donation. We appreciate the hell out of you. And it will go to the seafood boil on Thursday at the Campout. But I will tell you this, Crossbow Sniper, I appreciate you so much. You're such a good dude. And like I said, that is a donation that everyone will get to enjoy. But you could have bought 2 raffle tickets to my, which you might not even want to, I don't know. But you could have bought 2 raffle tickets to the Rocket 3 raffle, which we're pulling in less than a week. Come on, man. Let me get that link for you guys. I appreciate the hell. That's so cool, man. It's so cool that that you're. I mean, your grandmother bought you a bike after coming home from your last deployment. I feel like most grandmothers, except for GMA Rides, are not into like their grandsons riding motorcycles. So the fact that you came home from your deployment and your grandma helped buy you a motorcycle, that speaks volumes. So even if she didn't, if she likes motorcycles, that's super cool. And especially even more if she was like still scared about you riding and maybe didn't even want you to do it, but knew that you were coming home from your deployment and just knew like, hey, he needs something. We know he loves motorcycles. We're going to do this for him. Even though it's not something like we necessarily approve of or wish that he would do, we know that he needs to do something. So that is super freaking cool. I like that a lot, you know? That's super fucking cool, man. Zepid Fascist. Josh, is there a way we can donate motorcycles to Forgotten Angels? Yes. You have to do it through David, because I've made the mistake of telling people that I would go pick up motorcycles, and I have very poor time management. So I've done it a couple times, but I know that if somebody like messages me and they're like, hey, I have a motorcycle to donate, it's not going to happen, dude. I just like, I suck at time management. I'm not good at it, and I'll put it off, not put it off because I don't care, but because I let other things get in the way and I don't have time to drive and go get it. So you can email David at forgottenangelsflorida.org and he'll handle that, because I suck at that kind of thing, dude. I'm just not good at it. But that is awesome. Like, and so even if the motorcycles don't get raffled off, a lot of times they'll go to somebody in need, somebody who needs transportation. You know, there's all sorts of things that happen with them, even if it isn't necessarily a raffle bike. So shoot David an email, David at forgottenangelsflorida.org. I'll type that in the chat. And that's he's the best person to get in contact with. That's super cool. D Bean the Bean says it's impressive that I'm not an alcoholic. I also feel like I'm also giving that an uncharitable read. It makes me feel bad. I'm sorry. Or maybe I shouldn't be sorry. Maybe I should give it an uncharitable read. But I feel sorry because I feel like I shouldn't do that. My like first uncharitable read of that was like, oh, are you insinuating like, oh wow, it's impressive you're not an alcoholic, like you're insinuating that I am one. But let's not do that. That's unfair. I don't want to. I want to treat the comment like that. What I will say is this: I was in the bar industry for 20 years of my life, so I know that a lot of people have been around alcohol. A lot of people have drank for a lot of years. There's plenty of people in the chat right now who are older than me. There's plenty of people in the chat who've been going to bars longer than me. But I will tell you, as somebody who firsthand 6, 7 days a week, most of the time, at the very least 5 days a week, but most of the time more, usually about 12 hours a day, I was in an operating bar looking at people who were drinking in the face every single day for 20 years of my life. And I'm only saying that so much to let you know that what people call alcoholism is not it's not what you think it is. Alcoholism is obviously, like, it gets used interchangeably for being dependent or addicted to alcohol. Damn, crossbow sniper again with the 50, dude. We appreciate the hell out of you, man. He says, I'm Gen X. She used to ride with my grandfather. You didn't you could have just said that. I would have read it. I'm not trying to like, dude, we appreciate the hell out of you. That's so awesome. Again, I'll all go to the seafood boil on Thursday. So I'm not trying to not be appreciative, but I would have read your comment anyway, man. I appreciate it. You didn't have to donate anything more. I hope you come to the camp out and get some seafood so you can get some of your money back. Crossbow Sniper says, I'm a Gen X. She used to ride with my grandfather on his bike. They got me my bike after I was almost killed with an IED to get me out of the house. That's freaking awesome, dude. Your grandmother sounds awesome, man. Well, here's the Crossbow Sniper's grandmother. If you got a beer at home right now, raise one to her. That's an awesome lady. Thank you for your service, my friend. A combat wounded veteran. I got goosebumps right now. Combat wounded veteran who came back home to the States, and I'm sure you probably had PTSD, and it was probably physical therapy, and freaking it must have been horrible getting over those injuries. Not just injuries, but getting injured by somebody who wants to kill you. You know, it's like, I can't imagine what it's like to be grievously injured by somebody who wants me dead. It's a very scary thing to have to get over and then just go back to normal life, to be facing somebody who just wants you dead. I can't imagine what that's like, and I'm happy that I never had to, and I'm very thankful for the people who did to secure the things that I love in this world. And it makes me very happy that you're alive on a motorcycle, and it makes me think your grandmother's super fucking cool for getting you a bike. That's awesome, man. Right on, my man. And here's to grandma. That's awesome, man. I love that, dude. That's very cool. All right. I'm going to finish my my speech on alcoholism. And so, I forget who said that. Bean to Bean. Okay, yeah. So I want to finish what I was saying. And this is not a call out on you. I only say that I spent 20 years in the bar industry, not to be as a brag, not to shut down somebody else's experience or what they know, but just it's a qualifier, man. I spent 20 years looking at people who drink every single day. So I know a lot about alcoholics in the real world because I spent time with people who were alcoholics every single day of my life for 20 years. Alcoholism is a physical dependency on alcohol. And you know, people will be like, oh, I was an alcoholic. And I'm like, well, were you? Because I know people who are alcoholics. I know, I would say over my lifetime, I've known hundreds, if not in the over 1,000 people personally, on a personal first name basis, friendly basis. I was easily, it could be over 1,000 people who were truly suffering from alcoholism. And so it's not just like, oh, I like drinking. It's not like, oh, I get stressed out, so I have to drink. These are people who never, when they showed up to the bar, they were throwing their beer or vodka or drink, whatever it was, away. They were throwing whatever vessel they had it in from their car. They would park their car behind the Dirty Shame. If you've been there, you know how it's set up. And as they walked in, there's a trash can right by the door. They would be throwing away their beer can or vodka bottle or mixed drink cup or whatever it was into the trash can from their car. That is, I've never met an alcoholic that did not drink while they were driving. Not one. If someone is truly suffering from alcoholism, I've not ever met an alcoholic in my life. This counts for every single one of them I've ever met that didn't have an open beverage while they were driving their vehicle. Ever. The first thing they do when they wake up is drink. This is also every single one I've ever met. The second they roll out of bed, it's like your morning cup of coffee. You stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, give a big yawn, and you crack open a beer or you pour yourself a drink. And they drink from the second they wake up to the second they go to bed, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So what you would call me, if you're trying to be mean, you would call me a binge drinker, which applies to most people who drink on a regular basis, even a lot of people who drink every day. You could drink 7 days a week and not suffer from alcoholism, which is a physical dependency on alcohol. You could drink 7 days a week and just still be a binge drinker. So there is a big difference. I'm sorry I'm not watching the chat right now because I want to get this out. There is a vast gulf between somebody who is an alcoholic and somebody who binge drinks. So to be like, hey, are you an alcoholic? It's like, that is so loaded and it's such a crazy thing to happen to somebody. And it gets misused very often. Someone's like, I think I'm an alcoholic. There's no thinking. There's no maybe. It's like, nobody ever says, I think I got shot. Like, motherfucker, if there's a hot bullet inside of you, there's no thinking about it. You got shot. You're never like, I think I'm an alcoholic. Now, you might not be able to admit it to yourself because you're lying to yourself, because you're hiding, but there's no think about it. Either you are in complete denial and you're hiding it and it never even crosses your mind, or you just fucking know. And I'm sorry to be so vehement about that, but this is just, being in the bar industry was the biggest part of my life for half of my adult life being alive. So I would say, no, I'm not an alcoholic. So anyway, that's that. Sorry to freaking go off on that one, but it's just something that I'm like, that a lot of people misunderstand. Now, you can still get yourself into trouble. You can still lose your home and your wife and get into trouble and go to jail from being a binge drinker. I'm not saying that being a binge drinker is fine and being an alcoholic is bad. They are just two very different things. Like, people kind of use it interchangeably when they're like, they get stressed out. They're like, God, I just need a beer because I'm stressed out, or, oh, it's beer 30, and they're like, oh, that means you're an alcoholic because you solve your problems with alcohol. That means you could have a problem with alcohol, but alcoholism is a medical condition. And every single person I have met who has suffered from alcoholism, the medical condition, operates exactly how I said. Alcohol is the first thing they do when they wake up, and it's the last thing they do before they go to bed, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. End of story. And anybody who has ever been around somebody who's truly an alcoholic or is actually, been because you're a victim as people who suffer from alcoholism, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're unsure, if you're like, oh, maybe this person was an alcoholic, then they weren't. They probably weren't. It is very easy to see when you know what it looks like. Yeah, it's just you binge drink, you're a binge drinker. Like, So I'm just saying it's a very different thing. So binge drinking is again defined by, like, how do you define it? And everyone could have a separate definition, but then you'd have to agree, well, somebody has to define it, right? I think binge drinking is like anything more than 3 beers in one sitting, or 3 servings of alcohol in one sitting. Like, the bar for binge drinking is very low. Like, if you've ever had more than 3 beers in a sitting, you've been a binge drinker. Like, so I would probably say more. But I don't know. I just don't think about it. I just say that alcohol is a drug that I use. It's not the only drug I use. I mean, I smoke, I do all sorts of stuff. You smoke pot, I freaking, so it's just like, it is what it is. Like, if you are anti-drug, but you drink alcohol, I think that you're probably not anti-drug. You could be anti-illegal drugs. I would accept that. Be like, if it's illegal, I don't do it. That's cool. But you can't just say you're anti-drug, because alcohol is very much a drug, and you use it as such, and you use it to make experiences more pleasurable and to make you more comfortable, and any other effects that you have from it. So that it is what it is, you know. My man Pete, dude, we appreciate the hell out of you, dude. Lots of shrimps at the. Yeah, I wish you were coming. We'll save you the best plate in October when you come back, my man. We appreciate the hell out of you. Sterling, seriously, Pete, you're the freaking man. Gas station pickle. I drink to relax, addict or not. There you go, dude. Sterling Wheels got it. By the way, thank you, dude. It's like you're allowed to do that. So it's like some people take a Valium to relax. Some people do deep breathing meditation exercises to relax. Some people are just relaxed and they don't have to do anything extra to relax. If you're just relaxed and you ain't got to do nothing extra to relax, like, that's not even a sarcastic clap. I'm jealous. I'm jealous that you can just sit down and just be relaxed. That actually sounds dope. I wish I could do that. I can't. And it's not like I can't, like, oh no, I wish I could figure it out. Like, I'm happy the way I am. You know, I could have a couple beers, and sometimes I go weeks without drinking, and sometimes I'll drink every single day for 7 days. You know, I go all over the place. I once stopped drinking for 2 years, you know? So it's, I did. It's for 2 years I stopped drinking once. So it's again, it's all in how you handle it, man. And I'm not saying it's good. Obviously, every single person would be a healthier person if they did not drink. It's bad for you. It's not good for you. Mentally, keeping you from freaking losing your sanity, maybe it's good. You know, you could say there's some social benefits. You know, but ultimately you cannot say that it's good for you, because it isn't. It's not good for you. It's bad for you. It is bad for your body, but it is what it is. Lots of things are bad for our bodies. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Yeah, take it easy. I'll do that. If I start at lunch, dude, I got to drink for the rest of the day. I can't. That's why I can't have lunch beers, dude. I wish I could have lunch beers, but once I start drinking, I'm like, I'm done, dude. Not done. I'm just like, I'm not stopping. So it's like, if I can't just have one beer, so I just don't. Did you get him started?
I found my phone too.
Oh, awesome.
So all is well.
I turned up the gain a little bit.
Hello. So all is well. I got Shadetree J all set up. It took a minute.
That looked like an ordeal.
No, it's fine. It's just
fine. No. We're not mad at him, obviously.
If anyone in the chat is a mechanic or for cars or motorcycles, have you ever tried to diagnose something over the phone?
Yes, it happens all the time. So that's what happened?
Yeah, no, it's just diagnosing things over the phone. And I'm like, well, what's it doing? Let's go down the chain of problems here. Let's start with the easiest solution, and then
well, did you get them fixed?
Yeah, okay, no, I got cool. it. I got it all set up, and I found my cell phone.
Dude, you're killing it.
So
I am gonna go use the bathroom. You're in charge.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling great. I'm a winner, dude. I'm a winner right now. I'm on top of the world. And on top of the world is Cloud 9. And on Cloud 9 is all the boy moaning. So I'm having a great time. Bilbo, shut up. There's no dog barking on Cloud 9. I'm too loud. I think we have the same sound settings. I'm just like talking really loud because I'm excited about winning. I don't get a lot of wins in life. So it's like you got to take them where you can get them, really. Wait, what were you guys talking about before I walked in? Oh, IT world. Okay, I was like, the it world? Are we talking about Stephen King? Also, hi. Hello, everybody. I am here now. It's so good to see all of you here in the chat tonight. It's the last Saturday before the campout. Some of you may already be on your way or be heading to us soon, and I'm so excited to see all of you and your beautiful faces. Hopefully some new ones, and of course all the returning beauties. Josh is too quiet. We have the same microphone. He must just have his like farther down or something, because you know, whatever. Excessive drinking, I don't know anything about that. So I think I'm allergic to alcohol, or I have like an intolerance or something, but every time I drink, I either fall asleep or I just get a really bad stomach ache. So I've never had to deal with being addicted to alcohol because drinking sucks for me. Like, it's not fun. But I have smoked weed every day for like, I don't know, like 15 years. So everybody's got something, you know, like every single creature in this world not wants to be inebriated, but has the urge. Like dolphins like to get fucked up, but like there's so many like different types of animals that want to get fucked up. It's not that strange that humans that are sentient creatures also want to get fucked up. Like, it is a tale as old as time. Since the dawn of time, creatures have been consuming things that get them fucked up.
Oh, that probably didn't sound good to them. She's not wrong.
So I would take it for what you will.
It is what
And
it is,
whether
man.
you get your fix on like drugs or alcohol or adrenaline or gambling or, who knows, cheating on your wife.
I think that we're predisposed for it.
That's not me, espresso. I love you.
And so I want to say this, and we'll check on him. So Motors and Metal is coming down here from Connecticut.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's been updating the Discord with his progress. He's got to be freezing his ass off. I mean, a lot of people are coming from far, but he's coming from Connecticut.
You're getting a phone call. Oh. I'm looking at what the temperature.
Saddle Tramp. Now I have to answer it.
It's like so cold. So
hey, bud, the weather. You're live.
Holy crap! I'm live. Well,
yeah.
Conversation, huh?
I know. I meant to freaking call you back earlier today. I know I've been missing your phone calls. I love you, bud. I'm gonna try to call you back after the live stream, but I hope you're coming down.
Well, I plan on it.
Well, okay, yeah. When you're talking about vintage motorcycles, it's never a sure thing. It's always just a plan, and we know what God does to plans. So.
Yeah, I'm sitting in front of my computer at the moment. I'm gonna click onto your channel and watch you talk to me on the internet.
I don't know how you're like a year younger than I am, but somehow when you talk, I'm always just like, why do you sound like you're 100? Not your voice, just like your relationship with technology.
Relationship with technology sucks. I like the old stuff.
No, dude.
How do you spell Connecticut?
Because I'm too stupid to understand new stuff, I guess.
That's what I always say about me, except that like, and I don't think you're stupid. I just think you're an old soul, Corey. That's what you are.
Yeah, probably so. But anyway, yeah, I plan on coming down there, leaving out Tuesday on that POS Ironhead of mine just to see if it'll make it. And anyway, so I'm going to video the whole trip, whether it blows up or not.
Well,
and see if it comes back.
If you guys aren't following Saddle Tramp, go give him a follow because I'm sure he'll post a video on this. I'm sure a lot of people do. We share an audience, so I'm sure a lot of these guys know about you. But if you don't know about Saddle Tramp, good friend of mine. He's been to a bunch of campouts. Does a lot of old school shovel head and iron head type content, and like lots of road trips on stuff like that. So, good freaking dude, man.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, I do. I like you. You're a real life friend of mine. We've hung out in person like half a dozen times or more, I think.
Yeah, something like that. That's cool. Hey, is there a chopper event happening that same weekend like that one time? Because somebody was asking me.
No,
And
there's
that was
no
literally
chopper
just like
event.
by chance, like.
Yeah. But
Okay.
we'll have a chopper event starring mine and yours.
Oh well.
And I'm sure someone else will bring one
Yeah,
too.
if you guys want to ride your
Even if
choppers, if there's enough, we can put them all in a line, and I personally will judge all of you.
I love.
Okay, even if mine's on fire while it's there, because I make.
No, that's extra. That's I love theatrics.
Oh man, because yeah, it's kind of funny because I was just thinking about David was telling me about coming in, as a special person or whatever. So if I come to the gate and if I tell my qualification for VIP is going to be this piece of crap I spent 3 days on to get here. So anyway, that's just a joke. But anyhow, that's just something I've always wanted to do. So I've been working like a dog tying up loose ends on this bike. Nothing's wrong with the engine or the transmission. It's just little stuff here and there. And so anyway, I got one more thing to do to it tomorrow, and then there'll definitely be a kamikaze run by Tuesday. That's what
one of my favorite things about you is that you just you always do that. You're like, that's a joke, man. I'm like, I knew it was, bud.
What's that?
You're like, that's a joke, man. I'm like, I knew it was a joke, buddy. I love you. I feel like you're like worried about freaking hurting my feelings or something, man. You'd have to try harder than that, buddy. I just had to stop for a second and pull up because I freaking went to share your channel and it shared my search history, and I was like, was there anything weird in there? There wasn't. Hey, I'm a good boy. There wasn't. Yeah, it was like, I'll read it right now. I just did a full screen. It was how to convert an MKV file to MP4. Me and Cheyleesi are talking about doing like a play, like a 2-person play at the Campout, like where we do like, yeah. And so I was looking up like
a dramatic reading of something.
Yeah. So I was like looking up like short play conversation for 2 people to perform. Then I was looking up
YouTube drama
because I heard that someone was talking shit. And then I was looking up the Johnson Venom 200 because I was like, ooh, maybe I'll put.
You're also not screen sharing right now.
So no, I know
you're
not.
Safe.
No.
Wait, are you screen sharing?
And then I was trying to find no, I'm not. Then I was trying to find a real-time strategy game for me and Shay to play while we're on live stream. But I want it to be Warhammer, which I'm sure you don't know about. I love you.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
You know about Warhammer?
Oh, hell yeah.
I've never played it because I don't have a big enough brain to play video games on the internet.
Well, it's more of a tabletop real-time strategy game.
I barely have the brain. As soon as somebody starts giving me verbal instructions, I just completely short circuit. So.
Gotcha. Usually I'd get better at stuff by getting my hands dirty with it. So I'm pretty good with smacking my thumb with a hammer than I am with playing video games. So I put that on TV.
Well, you put the models together. Okay. First off, let me explain. This is a whole YouTube video. Is Shadetree Surgeon and Cheyleesi explain Warhammer 40K to Saddle Trap.
Oh.
First off, the first thing you need to know is in the grim darkness of the 41st millennia,
all you need to know is space bugs and the brothers defend the Emperor. That's all you need to know.
You have to defend the Emperor. So basically, imagine that the entire human race is America, and then we are making the rest of the known universe also America. It's pretty fucking sick.
Also, chat, if you have recommendations for video games you want to see us play online.
All right, we love you, brother.
Let me know.
Go subscribe to Saddletran. And also, everyone give me a kudos for not having anything weird in my search history. I feel like I deserve some sort of
You do, because I absolutely do.
I was just like, damn, dude, I'm really safe, dude. I'm a good boy.
You can just like...
All
right, man. We'll catch up with you soon, Corey.
All right, later.
Later.
I do not even want to look at my search history.
I'm amazed. I was just like, damn, dude. I was fucking really safe.
Yeah, so if
looking up Warhammer and how to convert files, I was like,
yeah,
dude, I look like a nerd.
I am a nerd.
I'm just kidding. You guys didn't see it, but also was in there was big boobs.
Guys, I'm not... Can you please stop calling me a femcel? I'm not a fem cell. I could get out there and I could really shake some dump truck ass
Hell yeah. What kind of dump
in
truck?
the club.
Like a Mack or a Sterling or
Oh.
a Sterling probably.
Yeah. I'm not a fem cell. I've had interactions with men before. Okay. But if you are interested in watching me play video games online, let me know what video games you would want to watch Josh and I play. And it could be like any game. It doesn't have to be a recent one.
No,
Like I know how to
play old stuff.
I know how to connect my Nintendo 64 to the computer so we can stream Sonic Adventure Battle 2 if you guys would be interested in that. I don't know. Just like just kidding, you know.
Yeah,
Unless
we'll definitely play Sonic Adventure Battle 2. Sonic is back. Torkin Tenkatsu says Darktide, and I would love to play Darktide. The thing is like since it's just me and Shay, we'd have to get 2 other people to make the 4-person team. I don't like just jumping on and playing with random people because I suck at video games. Like I'm not good at them.
I'm not good either.
I like to. So I don't play them a lot, but like when I do play them, I usually have fun. But I'm not good at them.
I'm good.
And I'm not going to take the time to be good at them.
I'm good at the games I'm good at, but that's it. Like I will like 1v1 me in Smash Bros. I'll fucking wipe the floor with any one of you fucking nerds, like any day of the week, and send you home to your mother crying.
So
with Roy.
I feel like there's several people who asked what a femcell is, and I feel like Shay just answered it. Like we don't have to, no further explanation needed. You're not beating the allegations today, kiddo.
I'm not a femcell, guys. I just like.
She's just good at Smash Brothers.
I didn't get the like.
Which Smash Brothers? Melee, dude. Of course.
Yeah.
Is there another one? Did they make another? No, it's Melee.
No, it's
absolutely it's Melee.
Ultimate's okay, but like.
Oh, how D Bean, dude. I love you, but another L from Bean. Bean. He tried to hit me with the alcoholic allegations before, which is fine. I just gave him an uncharitable read, so he probably didn't mean it. And I went on like a 30-minute rant about it. And Bean, just with another L, I love you, bud. And he goes, you ride with the confidence of somebody who's never been in an accident.
I've literally crashed directly into a tree before, and my face will never be the same again. Yeah, I still can't raise this eyebrow right.
Yeah. Cheyleesi was in a severe head trauma accident, face first into a tree with a fractured skull.
And let me tell you,
like 8 months.
I'm honestly way more confident on the road now than I ever have been. So.
Maybe that's why he's saying you ride with the confidence of somebody who's never been in an accident. It's fine. Like, I get it. It was whatever. It's just kind of an old man thing to say. Love you, bud. It's kind of like a, listen here, Missy. I don't know. Actually, that bike might be a little too big for you.
I don't believe that because
You're fine, Bean. You're fine, dude. Don't believe
the best advice, I think, to give new riders is literally, if you're going to say one single thing, keep your fucking head on a swivel. And as long as you literally are aware of everyone and everything at all times, you won't get in an accident. And guess what, guys? I've never been in an accident.
They were on purpose?
When I crashed into that tree, that was off-roading. So I don't count it as an accident. I've never had an accident.
Anytime you hit a tree, it's off-roading.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I was dirt biking. And the other time I got in an accident, it was on a snowmobile. It was my first time operating one. So I've never like crashed my car or had a car run into me on my bike because I'm so fucking aware. It's like the one time I fucking am locked in.
I got rear-ended once.
I don't have mirrors, so it's definitely going to happen on my Sportster if it happens.
I mean, once somebody's going to rear-end you, it's like...
Well, I don't have mirrors. What am I supposed to do? Just like pull up to the stoplight and be like...
Dude, somebody rear-ending you happens so fucking fast.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you could get out of it. Like, there's a chance. You have a chance, of course. You know, you can see someone's coming up really fast. You can start to get out of the way. But I'm like, dude, it happens fucking fast. When I got rear-ended, I was like making a left at a green light and waiting for cars to go by. And the car was going by and was about to go by. And so I started to go. And then they slowed down because they were turning right without using their blinker onto the street. I was going onto a one-way street. So I was just like, oh shit, let me slow down because like they're going onto a one-way street and they're like in my way now instead of passing me. And when I slowed down, this chick in a Land Rover just fucking...
In a Land Rover?
Oh my God, dude. Like she hit me at going like 20 miles an hour.
Holy
which
shit.
if you've never been like, that doesn't sound fast.
No, that's so fast.
But like if you're going 3 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour is pretty fucking fast, dude. I went through her windshield. Not through it, but I went over the hood and into her windshield. Like her windshield was shattered. It was fucking nuts, dude. I wasn't wearing a helmet, like nothing, dude.
Dumbass.
Yeah. I was on the Rocket 3.
Wear your fucking helmets, guys, please.
Did you know that? I was on the Rocket 3.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I'd had it for like fucking a
What's
week.
her name and address? Can I go beat her up?
I don't know. I've had the Rocket 3 since like
When was that?
2009.
I know, but when did that accident happen?
Like 2009.
So what's the statute of limitations on beating someone up for a vengeful accident?
Lifetime.
Lifetime? I'm gonna go beat her up. Name and address.
Lifetime. That's the only time I've been hit by a car.
I've never been hit by a car. No, just kidding. So when someone else is driving, I don't count that. Like,
I almost rear-ended a car
while I'm
once.
operating my vehicle, I've never hit anything. Just kidding.
Yeah, I know, right?
That one time. That one time. Just kidding. No, nobody's perfect, okay? I'm literally
I mean, I would say that I am, but like...
I do be hitting curbs a lot.
I understand that other people might disagree, which is fine. They're allowed to be wrong. I have that kind of room in my heart. I think it's pretty amazing that.
How do you mount your GoPro with no helmet?
I didn't. I used to make hunting videos, not motorcycle videos.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You should always wear your helmet.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was talking to me about how I did it back then. I was like, I didn't, because I wasn't making motorcycle videos. So I didn't used to wear a helmet. I started wearing a helmet because I started making motorcycle, like, vlogging. I made some motorcycle videos, like, about motorcycles.
That's insane.
It was not like...
Were you not wearing a helmet when you made me wear a helmet on a motorcycle? I guess I got a motorcycle when I was 18 or 17, actually. I was 17, and if you're under 21 in Florida, you have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
So I was wearing a helmet either way.
I can't imagine not wearing one now.
I've just, since I started riding at 17 and had to wear one till 21, it's kind of just ingrained in you at that point.
I can't imagine not wearing one now, but for the longest time, it was just like, it was just weird, man, because no one wore helmets. Like,
it doesn't look
nobody
really cool.
wore helmets.
It looks really cool, and it makes me understand why people don't want to wear their helmet and why people smoke cigarettes.
It looks
You
cool.
look so cool, but it's like
It does.
I can't smoke cigarettes, and I can't drink a beer, and I'm too scared to ride my motorcycle without my helmet on. And when I go to the club, I think the music's too loud.
You and Saddle Tramp, you're not so different after all.
I know.
You're both Corey's only you remember him from the campouts, right?
Yeah, of course.
So he hasn't been in a
No,
little bit,
but I know.
Dude, he's younger than I am. Not by much, by like a year or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like he acts like he's like a 65-year-old grumpy old man.
I
It's
know,
just so funny.
but I just like assume everybody's like an ageless vampire.
That's a good assumption.
Like I never know how old somebody is, and I'm not so good with the passing of time either. So it's like sometimes I'll meet people and I'll know them for 15 years, and I'm like, what? You've aged?
Oh, Reese is in the chat. He goes, smoking and not wearing a helmet is even better. Like on the motorcycle. Bro,
dude, don't. Stop.
I cannot tell you how many sticks I've burned freaking riding a motorcycle and just freaking chain smoking, dude. First off, they go like twice as fast because the wind's blowing into them.
I know, dude.
But,
I've done it before.
Dude,
I've done it before.
Burned so many freaking Winston Reds.
But not without my helmet on, ever. Because the only time I ever smoked cigarettes while riding a motorcycle was when I worked at the Columbia restaurant in Ybor because it was so stressful. And it was like the only time I smoked in my life. So it was like for a year.
Yeah. And it wasn't like you weren't smoking like a pack a day or nothing like
No,
that.
God, no. Like a pack like a month. I would smoke when I was at work and angry.
No, dude. I had a 3-pack a day habit for 17 years.
Ew.
Oh, dude, nobody smoked.
It's like at that point you're eating cigarettes. You're
smoke.
not even smoking them.
Right.
Like
no, I was legendary. Nobody could outsmoke me, dude. It was like it was a known in Ybor.
You know what?
It
Josh?
was just like everyone would be like, "You think you can smoke more cigarettes than freaking?"
Sponsored by Sessions Cannabis Extracts. Nobody can outsmoke me to this day, and I want to see one motherfucker even try. Really, dude, no one can outsmoke me. Like there ain't never a time where I'm like, no, thank you, unless you're handing me a fucking backwoods. That shit's gross.
I'm always down for a banana backwoods. It's finally here. I thought the banana backwoods was so funny. I would buy them every time I went to the gas station.
It's not funny, and we
It's
had
so
a cabinet
funny.
full of fucking banana backwoods for no reason.
Well, I just was like, they were so hilarious because they had this tagline. It just like the gas station, this is the stab and grab. They had this poster, like shitty, like crooked backwoods poster that some backwoods rep went in there and like hung up, you know what I mean? And it just said, it was just like a big yellow poster and it just said, "Backwoods banana, it's finally here."
Finally!
I was just like, finally, thank God, dude.
The
backwoods
McRib,
banana.
the McRib is back, guys. The McRib with my backwoods banana.
Oh, maybe Neil could. Huygens in the chat, by the way. Huygens channel. Their channel's blowing up, dude. They're doing so good. I'm going to just say it was because of our shout out. It's not. They're just doing it because they make awesome fucking content. Dude, they freaking, this last video they uploaded did,
Holy
dude,
shit.
8 days ago, they had 132,000 views, dude.
Damn, holy fuck.
Yeah. Let's put them on here. It was Lord of the Lemons. I was like, what the fuck? No, I mean, like, they deserve it, but I'm like, dude,
Holy shit.
236, 98K.
That's
58K.
crazy.
They just put out a video an hour ago. I'm just like, God damn, dude, they're fucking killing
holy
it.
shit.
This is Ian 187, and of course, I don't know if you guys got married or not. So his wife or girlfriend or whatever she is. So I don't mean that in a like a dismissive way, but I just don't know. I don't get on Facebook. I do Instagram. There's more butts there.
I don't do Facebook either. My Facebook's so my mom can share things on my Facebook page and be like, "You're such a good daughter. Love ya." So that's my safe space.
I'm not share my search history again, even though it was totally fucking safe, dude. It didn't look like a fucked up version of what someone would ask for in the holodeck if it was real. That's what people's search history looks like. It's like, I know what you would be experiencing in the holodeck.
What would you be experiencing in the holodeck?
Oh, dude, we'll get demonetized in a heartbeat. Let me count the ways, dude. I'll be the holodeck, all fucking protocols off, safety protocols out of here, dude. It would be insane. The holodeck would be like, bro, it's a fucking war zone in that motherfucker.
Do you imagine that that's what it's gonna be like? Like the more that VR gets, like the further that VR gets, and it's just gonna be like Second Life and forever.
They talk about it because I'm like, I try to follow like tech news a little bit just because I don't want to get left behind. And also if they come out with like VR fucking holodeck shit, I kind of want to know.
Well, I just imagine once you create like some sort of like VR porn that you can like really fuck somebody, it's over. Like nobody's coming out. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Like when you're never
done.
leaving the internet.
It would be like computer. Crew member 7 of 9.
Yeah, so I imagine once the holodeck is real,
Lust
like
level increased
once
by
we
1,000%.
can create the holodeck.
Oh yeah, it's all over, dude. World peace, honestly. It's all over, dude. No, because people will be mad. They'd be like, "It's whatever God I've chosen says it's bad, so I have to kill you anyway." Yeah, I would like to think in my head if everyone could just like fulfill all their fantasies in a holodeck, like everything would just be fine. But it probably still wouldn't. Hi again, we appreciate you.
Second Life is weird as fuck. It's like
Evil Neo, man. What a good
if
dude.
The Sims was online and everybody was in a relationship with each other. It's weird as fuck.
So there is the like the whole like Neuralink, you're in there thing is not a thing. What they're doing now, like and this is like specifically like sex related, Journey of Jerry. Jerry's not gonna be there, bro. I'm glad you just let this happen. Us know now.
I need to go take a minute.
If
I
you
didn't
had said
know
this
that.
earlier, fucking,
I
there would have
didn't
been no attendance.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
It's okay. No, he's been to almost every single
All
one.
right, I forgive
We
you.
love you, dude. I don't want to bust him up because if we bust him up
forgive
too
you.
hard, he'll probably come anyway and like
I know.
get fired or something. I'm like,
Fine.
so I'm like, dude, it's fine, dude. We love you, brother.
Fine.
Sorry. What Journey of Jerry is the best, dude. We'll have to have a new champion. Someone's gonna have to carry the torch. And I don't know if you guys. Here's the energy we're looking for in the biker games. Is the year is 1992, and you are watching a wrestling promo in your underoos, eating a big bowl of Captain Crunch. That's the energy we're looking for. Sunday morning wrestling at the biker games, dude. I want to hear you holler and yell, and I want promos and you to talk shit, because that's the energy that I bring. That's the energy that Jerry brings and Chase and a bunch of other people. It's a lot of fun, dude. It's just playing pretend and having a good time. And if you don't know how to talk shit, because, you know, so many people go like, oh, talking shit is talking bad about somebody else. You don't have to do that. You don't have to talk shit bad about somebody else. Here's how you talk shit. Or I'm going to give you the secret right now. This is how you talk shit, because everyone's like, oh, man, Josh, you sound like a wrestler. You're saying all this stuff. Just, like, imagine that you're the best. And which is hard. And I'm saying, what if I was in character? I'd be like, you know, it's hard for a lot of people to imagine they're best. It's not hard for me, baby. And listen up, I know I'm not the best, but I'm so damn close. The imagination doesn't have to go far. You know, so you just imagine you're the best, and then just imagine you want to tell everybody about it. So if you knew you were the fucking baddest motherfucker to ever walk the earth, and a ass-kicking, bubblegum chewing, bad to the bone dude just walked out of fucking Commando in the theaters at 9 years old, the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Just imagine you're that dude, and then and you have to tell somebody about it. And that's all you have to do. And it's fun. And it's like a fun way to just like boast and act and around and talk shit. It's funny. That's what I do. Tom, 45 794. You could have said something, dude. You just freaking put a emoticon in there, dude. Tom, we appreciate the hell out of you. All donations tonight will go directly to the seafood boil on Thursday night at the Campout, which I appreciate you guys for donating to that. And Jerry, I wish you were here for your donation. Tom, I hope you're coming for your donation. And I'm going to share the link because you can also get a raffle ticket. You can call it arrogance. It's not. I would say this, like, John, I would say that it's just you act arrogant, but in a way that's funny. So I truly think it's like it's parody. I obviously, if you listen to me speak about myself and you listen to me talk, I don't think I'm the best. I think nobody's the best. I think that the emperor has no clothes, and we are just freaking jumped up apes who figured out how to do a couple tricks with technology and make fire, and that's it, dude. I think that everybody is a infinitesimally small flea crawling across the back of this planet, and one day she'll scratch us off and throw the entire human civilization into the stratosphere like so much dust in the wind, and we will never be remembered as an entire civilization, let alone me as an individual. But that's how I approach like talking shit, because also you can say this at the end of the day, if you're being all philosophical about it, you can say, like, as a civilization, we are nothing, a blink of the eye on Earth, let alone the universe. Like, we don't even register, dude. But what you can also say about every single human being who is capable of independent thought, imagination, and self-awareness is the largest thing in the galaxy, the universe, the entire everything. your imagination is as large as anything that's ever existed. If infinity exists as a concept, it exists inside some little squiggly piece of meat that you're keeping inside your skull. And to me, that also makes every single individual human being the most amazing thing that has ever been created. So I've never seen anything else in the universe. For all I know, and there's nothing to prove me wrong, human beings are alone and we are king shit. And if there is life on another planet, it's a fucking microbe. Like, there's been nothing to prove that wrong that I know about. So for all I know, human beings are king shit. And the fact that we are capable of this amount of imagination and self-awareness and this vast breadth of feelings and emotion makes every single human being the most amazing thing that has ever fucking existed. And I think that both of those things can exist simultaneously, man. You can both experience your own ego death and know that you do not matter, and accept that, take solace in the fact that, like, you do not matter. Your life will pass and no one will care. That's okay, dude. Take solace in your place as stardust in the universe, but also at the same time admit to yourself that, like, holy shit, dude, like, the things I can think of in my head, this is wild. Like, the fact that I'm able to create this inside my brain is the most, as far as we know, the most amazing thing that's ever happened in the universe ever. Independent thought. We are all fucking amazing. So I think that both of those things exist side by side. Some people would definitely call me arrogant. I'm not saying that I couldn't be accused of arrogance. There are definitely, like, me just saying that and believing it without anybody proving me wrong is in and of itself arrogant behavior. But I would not describe myself as an arrogant person. No. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox now. V-Twin Wanderer, we appreciate you, brother, with the tenor, dude. Saving money for moving to Denver so I can't make it. Have fun in Denver, dude. Our man Reese is out there in Colorado. Get a tattoo from him. So I can't make it. Enjoy the seafood bowl. Dude, we appreciate that.
Also, Cog and a Wheel lives there now.
Yeah, Cog and the Wheel, dude. Our man, the city titty. Look him up out there, dude. He's a really good dude. He's regular in the Discord. Great dude. Thank you, man. We appreciate the hell out of you, V-Twin Wanderer. Save us some money. Move to Denver. Some of the most amazing riding in the country is in Colorado, dude. It's so freaking badass, man. Colorado is so beautiful. Michael Albert, I like that a lot. So that's I'm not a scientist. I'm a philosophy only. Like, would never claim to be a scientist. I have ideas, and that's it. And most of them I got fucking from Goodwill. Most of them are secondhand, I promise you. So they're like, somebody else thought of it, and I just was like, that sounds pretty cool. I think I'll take that. So, like,
I have a college degree or something. So what does that mean? Can I be a scientist?
Being a scientist is being able to measure things. Measurement
That's being
is
an engineer.
Science. There's nothing. If you are doing science, all you do is measure. And how deep does measuring go? The rabbit hole for measuring is, as far as we know, infinite. How small can a measurement be before it's nothing? Does nothing exist?
I think it goes down to the atom.
If you had a caliper that could get smaller and smaller to take a measurement, well, what about the subatomic level? We split atoms. If we can split an atom, then you can measure both of them, right?
Oh, wait, I forgot to put this back on.
So anyway, I'm not a scientist, but what I know
I'm not a licensed scientist.
The basis of science is measurement. And that's the basis. That's it. You're just measuring shit. If you're good at measuring shit, you can be a scientist. If you're like me and you can't freaking cut a straight line across 6 inches of plywood, you're not cut out for science, dude. I'm not a scientist. I'm not cut out for that kind of work. I'm not good at measuring things.
Yeah.
Ask any of my ex-girlfriends.
I don't know if it's that I'm not good at it. It's that I do not like to do it. And it's not very easy for me to do things that I do not like to do. I don't know if anyone else has that thing in their brain where it's literally impossible to do something if I am not interested in it. So school was a struggle for me personally. until I became like hyper fixated on something specific. Like once I realized history was interesting, I'm like, wait, what? Now I must know everything. Yeah, so I think I'm a scientist. I like to think I'm a lot of things. I'm just not licensed or certified to say any of those things. I'm a scientist in theory. I'm a YouTube scientist or like a YouTube engineer, YouTube mechanic, you know? So, if you guys have any suggestions for any short stories you would like us to read at the Campout, preferably something that can be read in like 30 minutes. And Josh and I can read pretty fast. So, but I don't want to read something super, super long and like get to the point where we need to do an intermission. But I thought it would be really fun if Josh and I did a dramatic reading. We're gonna have this like really cool tent set up, that as always. And I was just reading a book with my friend. Like she showed me some interesting like short story book about gay pirates, and I started reading from it and doing all the funny voices, and I was like, I could do this. I did technically graduate college, like with my associate's degree. I dropped out for my bachelor's, but my associate's was in dramatic arts. So I'm technically licensed to do this for you guys, do the dramatic reading, I mean. I just, but if you have any suggestions, nothing too scary, of course.
Ooh, the dramatic reading, I'm glad we're on this.
I was taking suggestions for the dramatic readings.
Yeah. We're thinking of a couple things, like it makes sense.
I have scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah.
I have that book.
Yeah, I would do scary stories. That's a good one. Yeah, just try, grab it. Just
I'm gonna
try
grab
it. Like, it makes sense. Like, we always go like, oh, let's make it motorcycle related, you know? But I just also, like, I don't want to limit myself. That's not me saying that there isn't, like, awesome motorcycle related literature or stuff like that. There obviously is. But I just, like, when you go like, oh, it has to be motorcycle related, I feel like you do limit yourself in the availability of things to choose from.
It does not have to be motorcycle related.
I know, but that's like always the go-to. Everyone's like, well, what's motorcycle related? And I'm like, the Campout's not about that. It is a motorcycle campout, but it's also just like
for funsies.
We're also just being
we're
weird,
here to, you know, celebrate all the stuff that you guys have done to raise awareness and like help us, like help our own community here in Tampa, and we want to celebrate you guys. So we invite you guys here twice a year to come, you know, we'll kiss your hands and shake your babies.
I would do a Monty Python scene.
I would do a Monty Python scene. I don't really know any Monty Python because I'm a girl who was born in 1995, but I'm down for anything.
What did Rowdy Eat say? It was funny. I don't agree with the Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance part because it's not like, I don't think it's not the right thing to read out loud, but he said, I like the other part he said, where he goes, but voices Disney characters, which is a funny way to read things.
I feel like it would just like, you'd have to be really good at like character voices. I don't know. I don't think I'm that good at character voices.
You want to do? I like Mickey Mouse. Doing Mickey Mouse. I always do it when I'm
can't
talking
do that.
About
I'm not good at impressions.
Not me, officer.
No.
I'm a member of the Law-Abiding Citizens Club.
No, I'm not too good at impressions.
I'm not saying I'm good at it.
You know what impression I can do really well for some reason?
I'm not good at it.
The only impression I can do really well for some reason is, it's super niche and weird, is the guy who sells you, like the market guy in Legend of Zelda and Wind Waker. Beetle, yeah. Yeah, Beetle's shop.
Does he actually speak though, or he just makes the
noise? He's got a couple phrases, but like, you know, he goes, "Oi! Bye-bye.
Yeah, you do a good Beetle.
Yeah, I know. I love that guy.
Maybe it could be like a philosophical conversation with Beetle. And it's just woo to everything I say. I love a dramatic reading. So
some of these are really short. They're only like one page. Some of them are only like a page long.
The reason I like it is I'm actually fairly good at, and it's just a
look at this gator boy.
Yeah, it's just a stupid monkey trick, like it's just something you learn how to do. It's not that I'm so innately good at this.
At what?
Reading out loud. I'm just good at it.
No, you're just like.
Yeah, I've just done it a lot.
Yeah, so. It's a trick.
It's a trick. You read it and you say it in your head a second before you say it. And it's just like this little weird thing that you learn how to do.
So
like
I learned how
sign language or something.
Yeah, no, I learned how to do it. First of all, because I would get really bad anxiety in school for having to read out loud because I would fucking stutter when I was younger. So I had to go to speech therapy and shit. But once I got over that and started going to like acting school, you have to be able to read shit fast if you're just like reading off the cuff.
Ooh.
So it's just a trick you learn.
Steve Turner said the restaurant scene from The Meaning of Life, but then I read that wrong, and I read it as the restaurant at the end of the universe. And so I was just like, oh shit, we could definitely do Douglas Adams. Because there's a lot of good conversations. Like if we had a narrator, like to read the narration.
So I'm sure we could find somebody who's willing to narrate
I'll
for us.
I'll be Zaphod Beeblebrox, and you can be Arthur Dent. You know what I mean?
Yes!
Or like, that would be a good one. We could do like a dramatic play reading of some hitchhikers. That would be very cool. I'm sorry that that's not what you said. But it made me think of that, so I do appreciate it.
This is scary. I don't like scary.
I'll just pull one open and see how would we do it. Yeah. Oh, it's in sections.
Yeah. Well, they're short stories. Some of the stories are only like
A widow lived alone on the top floor of an apartment house. One morning, her telephone rang. Bring, bring, bring. I know, let's reload it. It's not us. They didn't lose it.
Okay.
I think I have to like close this one and do another pop-out chat. Sorry, guys. It's behind the scenes stuff. We lost our pop-out chat, which is the only way we can see what you guys are saying.
I was like, where did my friends go?
All right. Where was I? Hello, she said. This is the Viper, a man said. I'm coming up. Somebody's fooling around, she thought, and hung up. A half hour later, the telephone rang again. It was the same man. It's the Viper, he said. I'll be up soon. See, that's fun.
Yeah.
I love doing dramatic.
No, it's fun. Yeah.
The widow didn't know what to think, but she was getting frightened. Once more the telephone rang. Again it was the Viper. I'm coming up now, he said. She quickly called the police. They said they'd be right over. When the doorbell rang, she sighed with relief. They're here, she thought. But when she opened the door, there stood a little old man with a bucket and a cloth. I am the Viper, he said. I wish to wash and wipe the windows. That was a funny one.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's the Viper. He's the Viper. That was it. That was. I didn't know how it ended. That's why I mispronounced. I was like, I'm so good at reading. Then mispronounced. I was like, what the fuck is this ending, dude? Okay, I get it now.
You didn't show the picture.
That was dumb as fuck. I didn't like that.
Yeah, well, not all of them are good.
I can do a different scary voice. Everyone will say it sounds like Macho Man.
Well, like that's his go-to like
It's my go-to
voice.
for sure. I can do a different.
Everybody's got a go-to voice when you're playing. That's the problem with people these days is that nobody's trying to play anymore.
I like the stilted speaking as good as a scary voice too. It's very like what's his name in No Country for Old Men. Like with weird pauses. No. Yeah. Where it's just like the scary stories treasury. 3 books to
I hate
chill
this.
your
Stop.
bones. Collected from folk
You know what
Lauren,
this
we told you know
Stop!
what I mean?
I hate
Like,
that. That reminds me of like having.
I've got other ones too. I was just
You-
saying. I can do.
What was the character who had? Was it Richie who had the stutter in it?
Oh my god, dude!
Somebody
It just
had-
ran out of my head.
Who had the stutter in it? And reading his sections of the book was like. Testing my patience.
I feel like nobody. Dude,
It wasn't Richie.
Nobody writes a kid like Stephen King does, dude. I mean, like, dude, and there's so many other ones too. The Stand, freaking like. The Stand wasn't so much kids, but I was not even thinking of The Stand. I was thinking Stand By Me. Just God, dude. I don't care what time you grew up, dude. Nobody writes being what it's like to be a fucking 12-year-old like he does. It's so good.
For real, what was his childhood like? I can't even imagine. I need to read on writing as an adult.
Yeah.
Michael
remember-
Holmes.
We appreciate you, man. Michael Holmes is a wiener. I forgot what bike he won, but he is a winner. I suck, dude. I'm sorry. I fucking suck at that shit. But I know he is a winner. I forgot what I was going to say. Typing sucks with broke glasses. I bet it does, dude. I'm sorry, man.
Josh cannot see without his glasses at all.
Yeah. No, I can see.
No, you cannot.
So here's a funny story about glasses and literature. So I went to a kind of a special school when I was younger. I really credit.
Bill. It was Bill. Thank you, Aaron.
Bill with the. Oh yeah, because he grew
Bill.
up and Bill was
Yeah,
a leader.
it was
Yeah.
Bill. Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
That was also very cool for like people with. I imagine that reading that has got to be really cool with somebody who had a stutter to go like, damn, dude, he just made the fucking dude with a stutter.
My
the main
stutter was
character."
not nearly that bad. I just
Yeah,
couldn't really.
I just like I don't know. It's cool. It's cool to see that, you know.
Yeah, no.
you
Okay,
have
anyways,
that.
go on. What's your story, glasses story?
So, my glasses story is so I went to it's a long one, like most stories are, but it starts out with the worst thing you can ever tell a child is that they're a genius. That I stand by that. If you say your kid's a genius, you call them a genius, stop. I'm not saying call them stupid, just don't call them a genius. So when I was a kid, and this is also indicative of the times, if anybody in here is like super late Gen X, very early millennial, you will have also had like, depending on where you grew up, you will have had a very similar childhood experience. Like we were the first kids that really started getting sent to psychiatrists, given IQ tests. Like they're trying to like, what makes our kid tick? You know what I mean? Now you also experienced that, but we were like,
Oh yeah, most definitely.
this was like,
And they were like in 4th grade. They're like, I think this one's got autism.
yeah, this was like first wave. And in the first wave of, and I didn't figure this out myself. I've just read retrospectives on society and shit like that. So it's like I didn't figure this out through my own research. I'm repeating something somebody else said. So since it was first wave stuff, it was very much about like gifted kids, right? You're special, you know. You're like you have something else. It's like the big one. If you had ADHD, and you're my age, I guarantee you, if you're between 38 and 42, you heard he's just not being challenged.
Or you're the opposite. Like
He's
I
just not
had
being challenged by
ADHD,
his
and they
teachers.
were just like, I think this one's got autism.
Rowdy used to write a science experience. Dude, they gave me every freaking medication out of the book. It was wild. Anyway, so there was me and my older sister, and we were bad kids, right? Bad.
I was also a bad kid.
But it was whatever. It was my grandfather actually who had the connection because he delivered drugs for a pharmacy. It was called, God, the name just ran on my head. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I used to sit there at a soda fountain where they mix the sodas there. I used to sit there all the time and freaking, it was so great. Curry's. Anyway, so I just had to remember it. Curry's Pharmacy. This was back before CVS and Walgreens were a thing. And like pharmacies were like local. It was
Eckerd's.
It was before Eckerd's. It was just pharmacies. And so pharmacies were like locally owned. It was.
Did I just show my age?
Yeah, Eckerd's is the first one that put like small, like independently owned pharmacies out of business. Anyway, back then it was a very big thing to deliver people's medicine. And that's what he did. because he couldn't have a regular job because was shell shocked from World War II, and if he had to deal with people every day, he would just beat them up.
I shell shocked. I think you mean traumatized.
That's what they called it. They didn't call it PTSD. They called it being shell shocked. It's like you've never had a job. Like it's so crazy. Like what a generation that missed. I feel like
I mean,
so
could
bad
you
for not getting to know my
imagine,
grandfather
like-
back. He raised me like I was his son too.
I mean,
like,
could
he
you
was like my father.
imagine enduring like warfare, like really insane warfare,
I can't imagine.
and then you have to
I don't
like
even
go
wanna-
listen to someone tell you to mop the floor. You're gonna be like, "Fuck you."
For him, it was like, I don't know what it was. I wish I knew. I don't know what it was. As I could be like, oh, I know. I don't. And it's the sins of a child, you know, the innocent sins of a child who didn't appreciate somebody in their life, who in retrospect I should have spent a lot more time with and should have gotten to know. I'm very thankful for all the things I learned from him and for all the lessons I learned from him, and the fact that I got I'm not like old, dude, but I got to spend every single day with somebody who was at the flag raising at Iwo Jima.
That's
I could spend
insane.
every single day hanging out with a dude who was in the occupation of Hiroshima, who was one of the first boots on the ground after we dropped a freaking atomic bomb. Like the things he went through is insane. And hearing all these stories, like, and I treasure it so much. And, you know, of course the regrets are like, I didn't, you know, shitty kid, you know, I was a bad kid. I was bad. Anyway, so back then my grandmother was very artistic. And when I say my grandmother and grandfather, just put that in for my parents, because they were acting as such at the time. My grandmother was very artistic. They didn't call them hippies. She would have been a beatnik, is what they called her, like a poet, an artist. It was before the hippie. It was like hippies in the 50s.
Okay.
And so when we were bad kids, it was right at the cusp of them sending all the kids to, like when your kid was bad, we got hit a lot, but then they would also send you to the shrink and be like, why is he so bad? And they're like, is it because he's a genius? And they're like, maybe. Let's see if he can fit these squares in the or whatever dumb
What?
shit I remember taking so many little like, how does this make you feel? Arrange these. Like if there are 3 people in a room, one of them is a mother, one of them is a blah blah, and like these weird like word game where it's like you have to like do the right thing or figure out it.
No,
All this weird ass shit.
I
Right?
remember.
It's so fucking stupid. Now looking back at it. And so they were like, oh, he's only bad because he's a genius, obviously. Me and my sister. Wow. What a coincidence. 2 geniuses. We're both fucking shitbirds. We're just shitty kids, dude. We weren't fucking geniuses. Like, at all. So we got a special scholarship to go to a prestigious private school. I went to a school who I think that their tuition now is something like $60,000 a year.
What the fuck?
When I went there, it was it was kindergarten through 9th grade. And a total of 500 kids went to the entire
What
school.
the fuck?
It was like, absolutely.
My graduating class was 1,000 kids.
It was absolutely like the most prestigious school in Tampa. And we were poor as fuck. But we got like an outreach scholarship. So it was like this thing that they were doing in the 80s where it was like an outreach from this super fucking fancy school to like bring in kids and, you know.
Who was president in the 80s?
Bush, senior.
For the first Bush?
Yeah, first Bush. And Reagan.
Yeah.
I remember Reagan on TV.
No, George.
But like the first president I really remember being
George
the president is Bush.
Jr. was president when I was a kid. And you can call me No Child Left Behind.
Yeah.
The way her Bush has got me acting retarded.
So they said we were geniuses because whatever my freaking grandmother or my mother, whoever pulled some freaking string. Oh yeah, so my grandfather delivered medicine to the principal of the school, to Father Virgil. It was a religious school.
That's
too.
cool.
But it was a super fucking cool school. It was for the 80s, super progressive. so when I say super progressive, it was like there was still corporal punishment, like you got your ass beat, but also it was a religious school, so you took divinity every day, right? And I went to freaking mass every single day. But at the same time, like, and when I say mass, it wasn't mass because it wasn't Catholic. But if you've ever met an Episcopalian, they are more Catholic than Catholic. They love
What
their
does that
rituals.
even mean?
Bro, it was freaking incense swinging and chanting, and everything was in Latin.
What
and
does that even mean?
Episcopalians are like, if you go into an Episcopalian freaking service, I'm sorry to all my Episcopalians out there, but you're probably not watching these videos anyway. If you go into an Episcopalian service, it's like going in, you're like, is this a cult?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
it's
that's
insane,
like
dude.
a
You're like,
lot
this
of
is
religions,
like,
but
this
like,
is crazy. So anyway, so we got this scholarship to go there, me and my sister. But they were super progressive in so much as things like, so you took divinity every day where they taught religion, but at the same time, directly after that from the same teacher, we were also taught world religion. So we did like Hinduism, Buddhism, Greek mythology, like old religions too, like
that's
Indian
cool.
religions, that we were taught, like, obviously we're like, this isn't real, but this is what people
Bro.
believed.
That's so crazy.
And so, and when I say what's crazy about that is that was like the second grade.
Well,
It,
and
I
that,
mean, I was like, I was
Well,
a kid, dude.
dude, I went to college, and I didn't know that Pearl Harbor was a full-scale Japanese invasion on the United States. Like, I thought it was Japan's 9/11 on us. There's no reason that you were learning about
That's why it's always weird when
indigenous
you're like, oh,
religions in second
I
grade,
learned
and I
about-
didn't even know what Pearl Harbor was as an adult. What the
I
fuck?
hear so many people, and the school's probably not like that anymore. This was like a time and place. And again, like, if anybody who's my age, and you probably kind of remember this, the late 80s, early 90s, it was a time and place where like schools were being super progressive. This was like the start of the
Yeah.
PC movement, and
No,
it was
dude,
just
the
like a big.
Public school system
know,
failed me.
No,
dude.
it was also public schools, or maybe it wasn't. But I remember you always say this thing, and I've heard this so many times. People are like, I just learned that Thanksgiving, like the Indians and the settlers loved each
Yeah,
other. Like,
dude.
nope, I always remember hearing people like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we got taught about genocide, and I'm talking like first, second, third grade. And so it's a super progressive school, and I'm very thankful for it. Like, I feel like it really shaped me in a huge way, and like my early education was huge. I did not appreciate it. And I was a total
Of
fucking
course.
shitbird, dude. Jeremy Griffin, we appreciate you, dude.
That's the thing about
Straight to the
kids
crab
is
boil.
they're not fucking grateful, and
Thank you,
neither are
Jeffrey.
dogs or cats. Turns out.
We appreciate you, Jeffrey Griffin. I said Jeremy at first. I'm sorry, bud. Go straight to the crab boil for everybody, or seafood. I'll do shrimp. Crab is not everybody likes crab. So this is leading into something. So we did a lot of early reading.
Don't do so spicy this time. It was,
I know
too
it's too
spicy. It
spicy.
was way too spicy last time.
So we did a lot of early reading of stuff that most people don't read till high school, and one of them was Lord of the Flies. So we did Lord of the Flies.
I didn't even read that, dude.
We did Lord of the Flies in the second grade, and we watched the movie at school. Like I said, it was super progressive school, but also not, because it was like super religious. I don't know, it was weird. So we did Lord of the Flies in the second grade, and I remember reading it, and we got to the end, we were reading it as a class, and again, there's like 8 people in our class, it's small. And I just remember, who's it? Is Travis Lee still in the chat? Travis Lee was in that school with me.
What the fuck?
Yeah. 100%.
Why is he in the chat?
Well, he watches the videos.
That's so cool.
He's like literally my oldest friend that I stole.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, he went there. He didn't get expelled like I did, but he did go there.
I don't know anyone from that time of my life.
I know he's the only one.
And I definitely don't know anyone who's, if you're watching my videos and you know me from that time in my life, please say something. Oh my God. I wonder sometimes if people are just lurking and being like watching from the screen and never, or maybe from an alternate account because they don't want me to know.
So just to finish up the story.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I just want to get the rest out.
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm like
Keep
dragging
going.
it forever. So the expulsion story is a whole different thing. But so we read Lord of the Flies, and I remember getting to the end, and I wore glasses. I had just started wearing glasses. It was a new thing for me. And in 1989, glasses looked exactly like this, except this was not cool to wear. Now you're like, oh, these are like stylish glasses. They weren't back then, but this is also what they look like. They're just like big, thick black frames. They look like what they put on people in the military. There was no like cool glasses for a kid.
Sure, yeah.
So, but I was wearing glasses. And if you look at any of the old pictures of me, like you've seen a couple of the old, I'm not wearing glasses. That's because after we read Lord of the Flies, and at the end, they killed Piggy, and they were making fun of him for wearing glasses. So it was a huge part of the story.
I didn't.
So anyways, right, it's a huge part of the story was Piggy, who was like the kid that everybody
Way to
fucked with.
fucking spoil
But
it
he
for me,
wore
dude.
glasses. And I remember thinking to myself, like, this is going to be a problem. And then the first person who made fun of my glasses, I kicked directly in the stomach, and I took off my glasses, and I didn't wear glasses again until I didn't graduate, until I was out of high school.
What the fuck? You literally can't see without your glasses.
Squinted. I fucking I remember like trying to like look at the projector and shit, and just going like, and just squinting for 10 fucking years.
You're so dumb.
Well, don't make fun of me. Unless you want to get kicked in the stomach and ruin my life for 10 years. And that's my glasses story. Now I can't imagine my face without glasses. So it's hard. I could go get LASIK or wear contacts or something, but I'm like, I feel weird without them. But no, until I was an adult. I passed my first drive, not my second one when I had to go do another vision test. I failed it. My first vision test, I squinted.
What the fuck, dude?
I passed it.
What the fuck?
It was weird. None of this story is made up.
I know. I've heard it before.
I just was like, I was like, fuck no, dude. And I remember waiting for it too. I'm like, dude, somebody like, I wear glasses. Fucking Piggy wore glasses. His name was Piggy in the book. Everyone made fun of him. I was like, we're all reading the same fucking book, dude. Like we're all, and I'm like,
were you
bro,
looking
I'm going
at
there.
your
like,
teacher like, why would you do this to me?
God fucking damn. The whole book's about like kids and their relationships and their hierarchies and stuff like, you know what I mean?
For sure.
So I'm like, dude, this is gonna fucking suck, dude. And it did. And I was like, fuck no, dude.
Did they eat him?
Get into a fight, take your glasses off, and never wear them again until you absolutely have to.
Did they eat him? Or did
No, they dropped a rock on his head.
Was it like voting off the island type situation? Like you just gotta go?
I think he's dead. They dropped a rock on his head.
Just wondering. I didn't read Lord of the Flies or watch it, so I'm just wondering, since you already spoiled the ending. I haven't seen or read a lot of things. I was raised Jehovah's Witness, so they don't let you participate in a lot of activities that other kids get to enjoy. Wasn't reading Lord of the Flies. So yes, any other suggestions for short stories? Because Josh and I only have long ones that will, like, we go off on tangents personally, but all the books that Josh and I usually read are very long. I'm a series girl. And if we miss them here, please feel free to email them also. Okay, I thought he was the end. I don't know. He said it was the end of the book, so. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a scary one. So, like, also, I saw you guys, like, suggesting Lovecraft. Can you guys, like, make... Some of those stories can be a little much. Here's the thing, guys. You're saying it's a required reading, but, like, it was required reading for you. You can get religious exemptions for pretty much everything nowadays. Edgar Allan Poe is still spooky.
Yeah. And the other half of that story that I should say is just like, I don't think I'm a genius.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not. And that's not a
I don't
humble,
think
it's
you're a
not a humble
genius
brag,
either.
dude. No, I'm not. If I was, I'd be better at measuring the shit. What I am good is convincing people of things. Like, and so I think that's what happened. I feel like I convinced the psychiatrist of something, and I convinced the teachers of something, and I convinced the parents of something. And my entire childhood was spent convincing people to like leave me, to like let me do whatever I wanted. Not leave me alone, but to be like, I don't want to do work. I don't want to fucking do homework. I don't want to do this. Like, what do I do to make them not do homework? But then they suggested it. I'm almost like, they're just like, oh, he's so smart that he just, the homework. And I'm like, yeah, that's it, dude. Fucking, oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm so smart. I already did it. I can't be doing this homework. I need to do something artistic. I need to challenge myself with some fucking, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I would say anything. And I think that it was a time and place where they just would believe what the fuck kids said and call them geniuses. And I got away with murder because they were just, because I would just, I don't know. Just think of like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys talking to the cops. Like,
What the fuck?
that's what it was. But also, I'm just as stupid. Because if I was really smart, I would have fucking applied myself and done something with my life and taken advantage of all the opportunities I was given, dude. Everybody in my fucking who went to that school, because I know Facebook exists.
Yeah, but
They're
have
all
you ever?
they're all doctors,
I.
lawyer, like they're all fucking super. They're all rich too, but like they're
You
all
know-
like crazy
You
successful.
know what we do though?
And we hang out. I
You
drink
know
beer.
what we do?
Mm.
We squander.
I squander, dude.
We be squandering.
Travis is like, he does something with the lightning. He runs a charity. Like he does all this crazy shit. Like, yeah, everybody who went to that school is like, it's like
Well, like,
I'd be like, oh, you went there? You must be fucking rich and successful. And then there's me. Genius, right? Like, give me a fucking break, dude. It's so fucking hilarious. Asshole is a better word for it.
gifted.
Gifted. Gifted, dude. It's so funny, dude. That's always like, it's people back then were so just like sure that if you were, it's like they gave you all the tools to do it. It's like they suggested it. They're like, oh, you're just not challenged, right? Or they would and be like, yeah, that's fucking it. Whatever you, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like the cops pulling you over and be like, you weren't speeding, were you? Were you speeding? No, you weren't speeding. I'm like, what? No, absolutely
Listen,
not.
if
So
a cop
fucking
ever
stupid,
says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" Just go, "Listen, dude. If you don't remember, I'm not reminding you."
dude. They would have called you a genius back in the day. Instead, you got the she's retarded one or whatever. I don't know what they gave to you. The 90s, like late 90s.
No, they were like checking me for autism, but I passed the test, so I was good.
Suckers. Cheat.
I think I cheated. Yeah, I must have cheated.
Copy your
like-
fucking person next to you's notes.
I don't fucking know, dude. Like, but I don't know. I asked my mom, I'm like, am I retarded? And she was like, no, dude, we had you checked in like the 4th grade. And I was like, okay, but like, are you sure though? Because like, I got ADHD for sure, diagnosed. We haven't checked the autism again as an adult. I don't know if you can like recheck that
What
shit.
is autism?
So it's like, I feel like I'm like I'm both simultaneously
I'm
retarded and not retarded. So I'm like Schrodinger's retard.
Yeah,
Since I
like
won't
that.
go get tested again.
How do they test you?
I don't fucking remember. I was
Like a
in
blood
like
test?
the 4th grade. I just
They jingle some keys in front of you?
I don't remember.
So I've got this.
I remember like being on the computer and like answering a bunch of like questions, but I don't really remember.
So there's this funny thing I read, and I don't know if it's true or not. And it was about like the whole like the two like type A, type B fucking personalities and shit like that. And I bet a lot of people, and it's also like kind of a brag. So I know a lot of people will say yes to it. But I remember the first time I read it, which was not that long ago, it clicked for me in such a way that I was like, oh, fuck, dude, I've never thought about that. And it had to do with the whole like, ADHD thing, which
Okay.
so nuclear take, I think that, like, is psychology real? Sure, we have thoughts.
Yeah, I do be thinking.
Be thinking.
I'd be thinking sometimes. I'd be thinking my thoughts.
How are you going to put a name on it? Be like, yo, you're retarded, actually. I'm like, missing a chromosome? Having Down syndrome? Like, yeah, that's something that's measurable. Like, they're like, oh, you're
Okay.
autistic. Like, it's not measurable. Like, it's a opinion based. So I'm like, how can I take this seriously? Because it's opinion based. Not seriously. I know it
Yeah.
is. It is something. I'm not saying it's not something.
But like, so
know?
is like, if you think about it, so
Depression. It is something.
is
you know?
depression is opinion based too. Like, it's the doctor's opinion if you
Yeah.
like pass all this criteria or something.
I don't want to.
It's like,
a lot of
I don't
people.
know, dude.
It helps a lot of people to think about. So I'm like, this is just like my opinion, dude. So take it with the whole shaker of salt. Like, it means nothing. It comes from nowhere. My opinion comes from something I thought in a dream, dude. It literally means nothing.
I don't know.
It does. So I'm just like, that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm literally
let
just
it affect you.
I'm literally just a girl.
Like, if you're like, no, I have fucking, I take medicine for these psychoses and blah, 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 all this stuff. Like, don't let what I said stop you from doing that. It's just, I'm no more right than anybody else, dude. I'm just fucking some dude. You're just a girl.
I'm just a girl.
It doesn't matter.
And I'm just a girl who actually does go to the psychiatrists and psychologists. So,
It helps a lot. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is I read this thing that resonated with me in such a crazy way. And there was these people talking about what it feels like to only come alive during super emergency situations where somebody like shared it as like a meme. They're like, oh, I'm autistic. My superpower is when there's an emergency, time goes into slow-mo and I feel like I'm calm and I can just fix everything. And I was like, what? I was like, and I had never even thought about it.
that's just like fight or flight.
I'd never thought about it, but I was like, oh shit, that's me. Like, I never panic. I'm not saying I can't panic. I'm sure I can. But I never panic when shit's actually up against the wall. I try not to think about it too much because I'm like, oh, if I look at it too much, it'll go away and it won't exist anymore. And then I will panic.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh
that's
shit, I've never
Fight
thought about
or
that.
flight, and you're going into fight.
And so I was like, oh shit, okay. Like, I do. It feels like, and that's that exact feeling. Like, there's an emergency situation, like somebody's angry or somebody's hurt or whatever. It's like literally like time stops. And I'm like, like when somebody slows down, they just go through and they just like fix everything, the trope like that. That's what that's what it feels like.
Like
feels
Fry
like
when he drinks too much coffee.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, everything's easy. It's fine. I know what to do. I'm not saying I do know what to do, but that's what it feels like. So I'd never thought about that ever. I'd literally never thought about it. I've been told my whole life that you're like, oh, damn, Josh is great. I just like, whatever, dude. Everybody can be good. Just like, don't panic. I don't know. It just never even crossed my mind. And then I read that and I started reading some other people's, and I was like, oh shit, dude, this sounds very familiar. But then what it made me think of is that, because everyone's saying like, oh, it means you're like autistic or you have ADHD or like whatever. I even forget what they were saying. It was like some like, whatever they say it is, like you have that if that's what happens to you. And I was like, I don't know about that. So this comes from nowhere except my own thoughts. But I just think that like maybe you're descended, like if you were to trace your lineage all the way back to when we were hunter-gatherers, you would have hunted instead of gathering.
Well, I'm a woman, so I would have been gathering.
Sure, but that doesn't, you're still descended from somebody. There's been plenty of rebellious women who wanted to do men's jobs throughout
Well, I
history.
descended from Arabic women, so I definitely would have been gathering.
There's still a man involved. I'm saying.
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah. So I'm just like, it's not a male or female thing.
I know, I'm joking.
And like, obviously I'm not hunting, I like to hunt, but I'm like, I'm not
Sure.
out fucking hunting to feed us now. But I think there's like this instinct inside you that goes like, because hunting is chance. It's like a large reward if you do it 100 times and you never know when it's going to come. 1 out of 100. Win. Maybe the first time, maybe the 100th time. Like, so there has to be this certain thing where you're like, I have to do this. I have to put myself in a dangerous situation and I have to be like, okay with it. I'm not trying to put myself in dangerous situations to test this theory. Like, I prefer to avoid them. But Yeah, that's my 100% legitimate science-based opinion.
Well, maybe we should get back to talking about motorcycles.
Yeah, I know,
instead-
dude. I'm fucking sorry.
Uh,
I know, is everybody leaving?
No, just
they're
Matt.
arguing.
No, somebody said we need to stop talking about random things and get back to talking about
Oh, okay.
motorcycles only. I do like bike,
I love motorcycles.
and not being a hunter-gatherer.
I think that motorcycles are a perfect example of that. It's like microdosing danger, microdosing the void. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I've ever able to get my brain to like actually slow the fuck down is when I'm on a dirt bike, and when I'm on a motorcycle, I can actually chill the fuck out.
Yeah, because your brain goes into like fight or flight mode, right?
Because it's like danger everywhere. Everything's danger. One mistake in danger.
I think that's the difference. So I think that everybody, if most people here ride motorcycles, I think that almost everybody does. There are a few people who don't or like want to ride. Or
See,
stuff like
we
that.
had a point. We were wrapping it back around.
It does. I do like always say that it goes into riding motorcycles. So if you ride motorcycles, then you can put yourself in that category because you're like, this relaxes me. It makes me feel like I'm doing something. I'm in control. I like this. Bro, your brain, your caveman fucking meat in your skull thinks you're falling. It's just like, oh God, what's happening? Am I falling? Why am I not landing? I'm falling forever. Like, bro, your brain does not know what to do. It does not know how to process this shit. So you just go into immediate fucking panic mode. You don't even notice because you do it all the time. Your brain goes into panic mode, puts you immediately into survival instinct. You're using both your hands, both your feet, your ass. You're using your whole fucking body to maneuver this fucking 3 to 800 pound vehicle through the maze of 4,000 pound vehicles. I'm like, yo, that is fucking. A Victorian child's brain would simply explode. It could not handle this.
Dude,
all they know is work in the factory.
Every day I wake up and I'm thankful I am not a Victorian child. I love the internet so much.
I love it.
I love all my Instagram baddies, and I wouldn't know that they existed if I was a Victorian child.
That's we were born in the right era. I love this shit.
I love living right now. I really do.
Yeah. I don't know. That's something I actually feel pretty strongly about. But also I have done nothing to back it up. So if someone was like, well, I went to school for this, and I think I'd be like, I give up. You're right. I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I would immediately roll over.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm just girl. I don't know shit about fuck, dude. I'm just say shit
Someone
really
hits me
confidently.
With somebody hits me with one actual book fact.
Yeah, I'll roll over.
I'm like, no, just kidding. I don't believe that. Because I don't know, dude. It's just like
yeah, dude. Well, I'm just so willing to be proven wrong at all times. Like I want, like.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I don't have beliefs and don't stand for shit. It's just like, I just don't know. When I say some shit like that, like, it means you're a hunter-gatherer. Like, bro, I fucking graduated early in the 10th grade, dude. But don't listen to me. The fuck do I know? It's just like some shit I thought about while I was fucking taking a shit. Like, it's not fucking that deep.
And listen, I'm not keeping all these thoughts in my head. I just can't do it. And, like, imagine the ones that don't make the cut. You think the shit that I say now is insane?
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's a really good point. Anyone who's been to the Campout knows. So someone brought up that they're like, oh, I wish Josh would be a dungeon master. They're like, but not in like a leather way. But in a Dungeons and Dragons way. That's funny you bring that up.
We're thinking about doing that,
because I think we're going to do that. We have done games at the Campout before. But we've
never participated because we were always running around, and we decided not to run around anymore. And we're going to have our own campsite that everyone's welcome to come hang out and be a part of our campsite, because we're not like, we're just going to have chairs everywhere so you can come hang out with us, but we're not really doing anything. We're not responsible.
Yeah, no, we're cooking one meal and then that's it. Then we're just going to do our own thing. So we're kind of picking the things we're going to do. So there's a few things on the list, like you guys already heard. We're going to do a dramatic reading. We just haven't picked it out yet. We're talking about, we should do it. I just want to do it. Setting up a projector, doing Smash Bros. GameCube.
You want to do it? Yeah.
I want to do that. Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, it'll be like freaking King of the Castle, dude. Try to knock me or Shay off the throne.
Dude, good
Not gonna
fucking
happen.
luck.
Dude, I feel like it should be any 2 people versus us. We'll do 4 controllers and be like, dude, you're at it. 4 can get like so chaotic though. Maybe it'll be like
It
pinch
can.
hitter. Like, will we go back and forth? I don't know. We'll figure out some.
Or
like,
we could
thing.
do like
Maybe there's
little-
prizes for beating us.
Well, I always when I did Smash Bros competitions, we just did the bracket system.
Yeah.
I mean, like we're also gonna have like beer pong set up, so like there'll be tons of games.
Yeah.
To
So anyway, we'll
to
do
be
Smash
had,
Brothers on
lots
a
of games to
projector.
be had.
No, I don't like horses. So
I'm gonna maybe we'll do the hot dog game, but with a pickle.
yeah, that would be funny. So the D&D thing, I think what I'm going to do is, so some people know about this, some people don't. I've often talked about doing a like Florida-based, like our own game, like our own like kind of like structure for a game and stuff like that, kind of based around Brapstar and motorcycles. And anyway, there's a whole thing about it, like a post-apocalyptic, but also with magic. Anyway, so I should really like it. It could be really fun. In this world, Florida has risen to be so much larger than it is from the sea and by aliens, and hell is real on Earth now, and it's in New York City. I was like, oh, this is funny. Like, New York City is just now hell. And you just go there. I was like,
I like that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is funny. Anyway, all of our shirts have stories, by the way. So all of our shirts are, every single design that we have is incorporated into this extra world. The lore that literally nobody has seen is very deep. On every single shirt we have and every single design that we have is incorporated into the overarching lore of the Brapstar tabletop. Maybe one day, maybe never. So what I'm talking about doing is doing like a very, very truncated, very easy to understand, like the most simple fucking rules ever campaign where it's real death. So there's no like, oh, you were knocked out, you can be revived, or you have to like.
No, if you
spend-
die in the game,
die,
you
you're
die
out of
in
the
real
game.
life.
Yeah, yeah. I will have a firearm. So it's so real death. So you're dead if you die in the game, and you will die because it's going to be impossible to live. But the idea of it is that I'm like, okay, well, maybe not that many people want to play, and I don't need to do that. But in my head, I'm like, oh, probably maybe like a lot of people would like to do this. So I don't want to sit there and go like, oh, you just have to like look at it and like 10 people or 5, however many people I could think I can handle as a DM or just like in the game. I'll be like, okay, no, like you're going to die. Like there's going to be a lot of encounters and you are going like, so someone in the party is going to die in every single encounter, no matter what, for sure. You know, maybe the whole party. I don't fucking know. But then that kind of makes it like a way where it's like, okay, next. So somebody else subs in, like you're out. And that's not in a mean way, like, oh, it's over for you. It's just like in a like, bro, we're just fucking, everybody gets a turn, dude. And you can watch after that. So we're talking about doing that. I really want to. There's like a specific area of the Brapstar map that's called the Fairy Garden. That is like you are like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So it's normal size there, but like as the player, when you go through the gate, you're now small. So you're going to be like fighting ants and dodging raindrops. And though I haven't come up with a goal yet, but I just want to do that not only because I think it's cool, but also because it's very easy to kill people. I'm going to need like a lot of ways to like kill people to like cycle to make sure everybody gets a chance to do it.
You could also have like a sign up sheet.
Yeah, that's
So
what
you
I'll
know
do.
how
I'll do
many
it. And I'll like
people-
have to like kind of adjust it, and if like only 3 people sign up, I'd be like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna make it easier so everybody makes it to the end.
Yeah.
Like, anyway, I would put a poll, but I know everyone will vote yes.
My email address is Cheyleesi@brapstar.com.
Yeah. If you have ideas for it, if you really like it, if you like it so much that you want to send us an email about it saying it's cool, go ahead and do that. But if I and I'm not trying to be shitty, but if I put a poll up, because I just talked about how I liked it, I know that everyone's going to be like, hell yeah, do it. But if you like it so much that you feel the need to fucking fire up your email and send us an email, I'll see how many emails I get. If it's more than 5, I'll know that people actually care. Because that's like, it takes a lot to actually send an email. For me, anyway. Ice Mutt says, pull out the tape measure. I'm used to Warhammer. Bro, it's dark there. There's not enough lights. We can't have miniatures there.
Yeah, we can't have miniatures there. We'll fucking, they'll
be
get
gone,
lost.
dude.
They'll get lost.
Do
dude.
not
It's not
bring
worth
your
it.
fucking.
Don't bring
do
your
not
fucking
bring your
minis.
army.
Do not bring your army unless you plan to leave it with me forever.
It's too dark.
It's way too dark.
And the ground is dirt. Like, you're fucking gonna
You're
lose
fucked.
that shit.
You're fucked.
So it's we can't. It's too chaotic, and people are drinking too much, and the tables are sticky. You know what I mean? It's a camp out. We cannot do like measurement games. I would love to. I like that. That's fun because it's like playing a board game. And you roll dice, you make decisions, you move to squares, and you take chances. Like, it's fun. Like, Warhammer's fun. But the camp out's just not that. I don't think. If it was like in a separate area, in an enclosed like shed, like this is the Warhammer location. Because it's also what's fun to do with minis. It's not just Warhammer. You can do like famous battles.
It would have to be like in the Yingling, which now has AC, by the way.
It does have AC. So it would be like one of the fun things. It's not just Warhammer, but it's like you could go like do like a Mexican army and an American army and do like the Alamo. You know what I mean? And like set up. You know what I mean? And then also like look at it historically and set it up where it's like, okay, you can look at the historical records and be like, the Mexican army was this large and assign a point value to it. You know what I mean? And like set up the terrain, even if you don't have the actual like things, like you don't have the buildings, you can be like, okay, the terrain is this because this is terrain. For me, I think that's a very cool way to do like turn-based measuring, like dice roll.
Mushroom Land is what the
Strategy
camp
games.
out is.
Yeah.
That is what the camp out is. Let me tell you, dude. It's a camp out.
Rowdy East goes life-size Warhammer. Yes, dude.
Oh my god, yeah. What if we did like
Instead of life-size, just at a real chess, like it's just
Yes.
life-size Warhammer. I love it. We have swords.
what if we did life-size chess?
With fighting, it can't just be like I took your knife. They gotta fight, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we should do that because I feel like people are really competitive and will beat the shit out of each other and pull out a gun.
No, that's the good part.
Please don't bring your firearm to the camp out, by the way.
I mean, people are gonna bring their guns.
I
People
know.
travel with their guns, so that's fine.
No, which is fine, but
just like don't pull it out, dude.
don't-
Like, nobody's gonna kill you at the camp out.
don't pull,
You're not gonna have to defend
do not
yourself.
walk
Like,
around with your firearm at the camp out. That was an
Bro.
issue before, and like I don't know if I ever told
just
that
be
to
cool,
you.
dude. Yeah,
There's
I
been
know.
like, don't walk around with your fucking firearm. If you have a firearm, I don't want to fucking know.
Yeah.
You just conceal that shit, put it in your glove box, and lock that shit.
Relative Muse
You will
says
not need it.
LARPing, live action.
There are
role
kids
play.
there.
So we've talked about doing live action role play, but doing it as like an interactive dinner theater type experience, where
Oh my god, yes.
yeah, where like there'll be like a theme for well, obviously the camp out's in a week. We're not doing it for this one, but where there's like a theme for it, and so it'll be like, all right, here's the theme. Like you, the person, it's like going on a ride at Universal Studios. Like you go on the Alien ride, they're like, you're a scientist, and they give you this
No,
whole
I know
like
what you're
story.
talking about.
So you get this whole story. You get your card when you come in. Your card is like, you are a time traveler from the year, whatever year it is, and you've gone back to medieval times, and you're experiencing this blah, blah, blah. And then like me, Shay, and the crew will all be like dressed up in our medieval times costumes, but we're going to interact with you like you're not from there. Like it'll be like no breaking character. I'll be like, what is this manner of dress, knave? How dare you address Shadetree in such a manner?
And then you give me a gift, and I go, "Thank you, Sai."
So it's like, but then like here's the thing though, like people are gonna always be like lean in and be like secret like, oh yeah, tell me, is it going good? And I'll be like, don't whisper in my ear with your dirty lips, peasant. You know, it'll be like I'm not breaking character for anyone, for any like someone could get hurt. And I'd be like, dude, I got to do this in character. Like if I have to like save somebody from drowning from the lake, I'm gonna have to do it in character, like not break in character for anything, the entire weekend. So like I'm like that would I don't know if that would be fun for anybody else, but for me that would be a lot of fun. And then there'll be like planned events where it's like maybe we'll have like a rivals there or something like that, but like there'll be like a story, be like our crew is like clashing with this other crew, so they'll be like, okay, at 3 p.m. there's going to be this battle, or at 4 p.m. there's going to be an argument over here, or you know what I mean? So there's like things, so there's like an overarching story with a beginning and an end for the whole weekend. So anyway, yeah, this is a biker camp out about motorcycles, obviously.
Yeah, we're talking about motorcycles right now, and
that's so funny when people are like, and no offense if you've said this, when people are like, get back to motorcycles. I thought this was about bike. Like, motherfucker, I ride a motorcycle every day. I love riding motorcycles. I love everything about motorcycles.
I like other
I
stuff
also
too,
want to
though.
pretend to be a knight interacting with you like you're a time traveler for 3 days. Like, allow me to have both.
That's what I'm saying. You know what's wrong with people is nobody wants to play anymore.
Yeah, come on, dude. Let's play pretend.
Let's play pretend. Let's have some fun. Enjoy some childish whimsy, please, for like 3 fucking days of your life.
Yeah, it's like Ren Fair.
I'm not, if I look uncomfortable, it's just because I am always uncomfortable. That's just like my face, dude. And also,
she's just worried, Matt.
Guys,
her back
there was
hurts.
like a lot of it does. That's what I was thinking about a second ago. A lot of people said something about me saying something about guns. We have firearms. We love guns, and I want you to have a gun. I just don't want you to have your gun in your pocket while you're drunk at the campout. That's it. I want you to have your gun. I'm not anti-gun at all.
No, just leave it in your fucking bike, dude.
Just like, please leave it in your bike.
There's no reason you need to have a firearm.
You don't need to carry it around.
Forgotten angels, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, you don't need to be strapped, ready to fucking start
pro-
blasting.
Florida is not
angels,
open carry. You don't need a permit to conceal carry, and I'm pro conceal carry and open carry. I want every person to have a gun.
Yourself out. Just don't do it here.
Give your dog a gun on his like backpack. I don't care. Who cares?
I don't care.
I'm an American. I just don't want it at the campout because that's not a place.
It just is like it's rife for like if somebody gets in an argument.
That's exactly what happens.
It's just like two people get in an argument. All of a sudden they're both fucking strapped. Now people are like showing guns.
And now
guns.
it's like Wild West.
So just don't fucking do it, dude. Don't allow yourself to do it.
It's Renaissance, not Wild West.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude. You feel like you're so mad at somebody that you gotta flash your fucking piece at a camp out benefiting people of age. Like, dude, just leave it on your bike. You don't need, there's no reason you go strapped, dude. We're not about to get invaded by, it's not Red Dawn, dude. The Russians are not coming.
It's not the Wild West.
Leave the fucking gun in your tour pack, dude. You're fine. Like, fuck, dude. We're just drinking too much.
Guys.
Oh, dude, if you're completely sober, I guess that's fine.
No,
come on, dude. We're getting drunk.
We will have BB guns, and we have a game where you shoot balloons with the BB gun. So that will be a game if you must participate in the guns that weekend.
Yeah. No, we can do BB gun stuff. We ride on the back of the bike, shoot balloons. It's fun. I just like it's just be smart, dude. Like there's no there's no fucking reason
to
walk around strapped at Forgotten Angels. It's highly defensible. There's one entrance and there's one way in and one way out.
It's true.
And the one way in is surrounded on both sides by water. This is a highly defensible location. Dude.
Yeah, if anything happened, honestly, we could all just mend together like a community and almost like...
We could go like Waco in that motherfucker.
Real, dude.
It would like if somebody wanted to get in there.
It's us against the rest of the world, not us against each other, okay?
It's not just that. So it's like not only is the front entrance is water protected with one entrance in a isthmus is what it would be called across between the water. But then on every other
Yeah,
single,
it's kind of like a moat.
so every other single side, so you have the isthmus in the front, and then on every other single side, there are no trees. So on Forgotten Angels, there's a shit ton of trees, a lot of cover, but on every other single side, it's what you would call in a defensible location a killing field. So
You're so right.
it's
Oh my
true,
god.
and there's nothing around it. It's for open fucking terrain. It's a very defensible location. You don't need to go strapped, dude.
And the water has gators in it. Oh my god. Let's give the gators guns. See, that's how pro gun I am. Is I want to give the gators guns at the camp out. I just don't want you guys to have them while we're drunk and walking around. Yeah, it's kind of got a fucking moat. See, we're stronger together as the Shadetree army. Yeah, sharks with freaking laser beams. It is freshwater though. And there are gators, by the way, so please, if you're going to bring your dog needs to be leashed at all times. You need to be picking up after yourself, like no cigarette butts on the ground, because cigarettes are not allowed when it's not the camp out. So if there are any cigarette butts on the ground during the camp out, they were left there by camp out attendees and not by Forgotten Angels kids, because they're not allowed to smoke there. So if you do see a cigarette butt on the ground, I would please pick it up, or please don't flick your cigarette butts on the ground. We have so many trash cans and so many ashtrays around for you to do that. Don't fuck with the gators at all. Don't get close to them. They can run at speeds of over 20 miles an hour. So don't fuck with them. Don't get close. If you're gonna take a picture, sure, take a picture, but do not get close to gators. Don't fuck with them. And especially around dusk, don't even get close to the water. And again, put your fucking dogs on a leash. It's if your dog gets in or near the water, it is dangerous. This shit happens all the time. And also, I had another point with gators. Yeah, just keep your dogs on a fucking leash. Pick up after yourself and your dogs.
Oh yeah, dude.
Because it's always an issue every time. Anywhere in Florida, you shouldn't get into any water that you can't see into.
Do not let your dog near the water.
I said that already.
Yeah, okay.
Where I was like, your dog must be on a leash at all times. The only dog that's going to be off the leash the whole time is Tiger, who lives there. It's his house. So Tiger's allowed to be off his leash.
And he doesn't go near the water.
And he knows not to go near the water. If I bring Bilbo, he may be off the leash. But I'm probably going to keep him on the leash because last time I was there, he got in the fucking water. Because I stopped paying attention for 5 fucking seconds. And that dog's a menace. And it's just not a chance I'm willing to take.
Alligators kill dogs all the fucking time. So I'm not saying it's your dog's going to get... I'm just saying it happens. So
Rowdy Eats, it said, and your kids. Kids are actually not allowed at the camp out.
Yeah. So, just be cool. Don't go in the water. Don't go near it. There's little boats and stuff. You can go on a boat in the water, but you said, you don't go in dawn and dusk.
No, but even if you see the gator, you can take a picture, but do not get close to it because they can run really fucking fast. And if they're scared of you, they might charge you.
Most of the time, they just go away.
Yeah, usually they're scared. Because they are scared of you. But
it's the chance of somebody getting hurt by an alligator at Forgotten Angels camp out is so unlikely that aliens would probably come before it happens. So it's not a fucking real danger. It just is just be aware. It's like being aware of poisonous snakes.
Yeah,
or people go to Nevada.
Yeah,
or
but
Arizona, be aware of scorpions.
Yeah, but if you're not from that area and you don't know to be aware of scorpions, you might fucking get yourself into a situation where you're like, fuck, there's a scorpion in front of me and now I'm getting stung.
Yeah,
So it's just, I feel like it's really
Or it's like
important
sleeping,
to
like,
emphasize
camping a
the
different way.
importance of the dangers of Florida is just like, hey, we got gators here.
So it's like a really good example is somebody was going to come to the Campout. I forget his name. Rat bike. Cool dude. And he was coming. He was going to ride from. He ended up not doing it, which is fine. But he was going to ride from the PNW. He lived in Washington, and he was talking about camping the whole way down because it's a lot cheaper to camp than it is to
absolutely
get hotels. So he was in the Discord talking about camping. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just going to camp and blah blah blah." And we're just kind of talking, like people are all talking to him. And he says his set. He goes like, "Yeah, I'm just going to do this," and he shows his setup. And it's just an open hammock. And I'm like, I was like, you're gonna, and this was in October. I was like,
brother,
you're gonna fucking camp without mosquito netting in Florida,
brother,
in October,
brother.
I was like, he's like, oh, he was like gonna lay on. There was parts of the time where he's like, oh, lay on the ground. I'm like, you're just gonna lay on the ground.
You can't lay on the ground.
Like, you can't do that, dude.
You need you need shelter.
If you look at any square foot of ground, and it's not that bad, you can walk around. It's fine. You can walk barefoot. It's okay. If you're on the ground for a little bit, it's okay. If you just anywhere in Florida, let me tell you, if you have not from here, if you're from somewhere else where this doesn't happen, you will not know this. If you just lay on your back in any patch of grass in Florida for more than 2 minutes, you will get bit by something. Nobody lays on the grass. I'm like, to me, it's insane, dude. Well, dude, when we go visit, we're riding around California, you go and people are like laying on the grass. I'm like, what the fuck? I just remember looking at them going like, ooh, what are you doing?
I remember, so I was high as... Okay,
it's not just ants.
So I was high as fuck when we were in Oregon and we were hanging out at a 4th of July party and I was like looking down at the ground and then I was like, yo, there's no bugs in the grass right now.
You just walk around. Like
and I was like, I'm gonna lay down in the grass, okay?
You can.
It was great.
You can't, and that's all over the South. It's not just Florida. It's like Alabama, North Carolina, like all over the South. It's like that. So
oh my God, yes. Do not put your helmet on the ground if you're coming to the camp out.
God,
Please
dude.
don't put your helmet on the ground. You will regret it.
I see people do that. I'm like,
yeah. If you see someone's helmet on the ground, pick it up for them. Be a nice person. Don't.
Anyway, it's not just a Florida thing. That's pretty much throughout the South.
Yeah.
It's like that. So it's like anyone in Alabama or Georgia or North or South Carolina, it's just like nodding their head at me like, yeah, it's like that. Or Louisiana, Mississippi, they're all like that. But if you're from fucking Washington or if you're from fucking Colorado or someplace like that, like they have bugs, not like here. It's just a different, there. You can look at any square foot of grass and if you just like unfocus your eyes,
there's so many bugs.
It's like watching one of those things, you know, you're like, I see a sailboat.
That's what I'm saying is like
and
when
like
I was...
all of a sudden it starts moving because they're like, how many bugs are in this 1 square foot? Like 1,000.
That's what I'm saying. When I was high as fuck and looking at the grass in Oregon, there was no bugs in the grass. And I was like, whoa, I'm going to lay in the grass right now. I'm safe.
Anyway, I'm not trying to scare people. It's not upsetting. Just don't lay down on the grass without a fucking shirt on, dude.
Yeah, or like you need to have like a tent.
Or like it'd be like the same thing of like we have bears here, but like black bears are actually.
I ain't never seen a bear.
There's a lot of black bears.
Yeah, but like by all standards, I don't know if bears are real. I've never seen one.
Yeah.
Could be fake.
But it would be black bears are fairly scared of people. They will charge, but like they charge like it's almost like show. There are attacks, but they're very fucking rare.
What do you do if a black bear attacks you?
Yell.
What do you yell?
Yell.
I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah. And they just run away.
Your father's ashamed.
Yeah, you have to be the tallest, just like Invader Zim.
Well, I'm fucked then.
He's taller than a bear, but then a black bear, not a grizzly. So if it would be like if we're like up in fucking Maine, I think they got black or grizzly bears there, or up in Oregon, and we're just like walking around the woods with fucking like with a big fucking steak on a carabiner on our belt, because you could do that in Florida. You might get raccoons, but nothing's gonna kill you. You could walk around with a steak hanging off your belt in Florida, like you're fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's nothing's gonna like. There are bears, but like
I've never seen a
usually-
fucking bear,
no.
dude.
You go out and do that shit in like Washington in the forest or something
Well,
like that. People
I
will be
go-
like, "Oh, you're gonna die."
I walk in the woods all the time. I go on nature trails. I ain't never seen a fucking bear.
Nah, dude.
Bullshit.
It's not like that. So it's like we have a lot of shit that bites you and stings you, and then alligators are dangerous.
Yeah, we got
But,
alligators.
like,
no
there's
bears.
no
though.
like.
There's no fucking bears.
There are bears.
Whatever,
But like they're
dude.
not. It's not like
That's
grizzly
fake.
bears, dude, or brown bears. It's not like that.
Don't get me started on bears. You know I'll talk about bears forever.
And ticks suck too. But there's like in the city, and Forgotten Angels is not in the middle of nowhere. There's
Excuse me.
nowhere near as many tick. You can get a tick, but it's unlikely. You get ticks from running around in tall grass. So when you go out hunting, you can get ticks. We get them all the time. From walking around like bushwhacking, walking through palmettos and shit. You're not going to get a tick at Forgotten Angels. It's very unlikely. Yeah, Matt, yeah. So you know about black bears. Black bears are not. I'm not saying they can't kill. They can kill you. If they wanted to kill, if you and a black bear were in a room and the black bear didn't want you to be alive anymore, there's nothing you could do about it. I'm not saying that black bears aren't dangerous. I'm just saying it's not a fucking grizzly bear, dude. They'll just probably run away. Like you don't. If you see a black bear, you don't have to be like, oh fuck, I am in immediate danger. You could throw a rock at it and it'll fucking run off.
That would be so mean. He's so cute.
You see a grizzly bear
Their ears.
in the woods,
Their
and
ears. Their ears.
dude, you're in fucking immediate danger.
Really?
No, it's bad.
But their ears.
The thing is, from all the
Can
stories
we watch a
I've read,
YouTube video about bears after this? Because I want to.
Yeah, dude, I watched a really
learn
good
more
one.
about bears because I just love them so much, and they're friend shaped, and they're so cute.
yeah, there's a guy who survived a bear attack.
Does he hate bears now?
No, he's cool about it,
He's
but it's
cool
pretty
about
fucking
it?
wild. This is one of the great. You know who showed me this? Jason. Actually, let me call him. Get the exact video. Because
He's
it's like,
he's doing the podcast
that
right
was
now.
like 2.5 hours ago. Is he still doing it?
I don't fucking know. I don't know if he started right away. All I did was help him set it up.
He called us during ours.
That's fair.
I don't think it's that. You know what I mean?
That is fair. That's why I didn't walk in immediately.
I'm just saying, dude. So I'm like, I feel okay doing it.
Revenant was really good. I want Josh to watch that so bad. He hasn't seen Revenant yet.
Yo, dude.
Yo.
First off, I hope I didn't interrupt the pod.
Second off, what's your favorite kind of bear?
No, we just did we're gonna start doing like these little bourbon reviews. I got some.
Oh,
good stuff.
hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, well, listen, I told
Oh,
you.
we're live. We're live, by the way. So
Yeah, we're
we're
on
live.
the live stream.
wow.
I gotta say it now. Don't mind that.
Before you say
Yeah, I
anything.
pulled up my search
That's-
history earlier.
Okay, well, I said second. What's your favorite kind of bear?
What's that?
What's your favorite kind of bear?
Bear?
Bear.
Like grizzly bear?
Is that your favorite kind of bear?
I mean, I love grizzly bears. Yeah. I'm a
Yeah, they're
little
super
afraid
fucking
of them,
cool.
But I definitely am a grizzly bear fan for sure.
Okay.
Dude, so I want to show. Remember when we were driving to Seattle and you pulled up that interview with that dude who survived that bear attack?
Oh yes.
Drop your favorite bear, guys.
So what? How would I search that on YouTube? Because we were just talking about it. I was like,
Yeah, can
Shay
you
was like,
text
pulled
it
up
to
bear
us?
video. I was like, oh, that's the one, dude.
Right. Well, first of all, grizzly bears are underestimated. They're the craziest, fastest animal ever, and if you see one, you should probably back away slowly and leave.
What about the
Because
ears?
You don't want to be attacked by it.
I don't want to be attacked. I want to be held softly, and I want it to think I'm its child and protect
then
me.
You probably should get one of the teddy bears. I'm actually picking up food right now. Hold
Oh,
on.
okay. Do your thing. Do your thing. Just text us a video.
Yeah, I'll text you that video
All right.
when I get a chance.
Yeah. Oh, no worries. I know you're busy,
Now,
dude.
I'm
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
bourbon here.
No, do your thing, man.
All right, guys. Good
All right.
talk.
Love you,
Bye.
bud. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you. All right, bye.
Smoke sessions, everyone.
Yes.
If you're in the PNW or if you're within Han Solo distance, I'm not telling you what to do, but you know what to do.
Right. And if you're camping and you see a grizzly bear, offer him some sessions, and it will fix all things.
Oh my god,
Everything
yeah.
will be fine, dude. And
Just
if
smoke with the bear, and you're good to go.
bro, it's actually confirmed. No, Grizzly Bear's favorite cannabis product sessions.
I've heard it for
Third
years.
year running. Third year running,
Yes,
dude.
third
Wow.
Year,
Yeah.
third year running.
Wild, dude.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you guys, are you guys still coming out here for 420?
We were
Yes.
just talking about it, man. Yep, we'll be there, man.
I'm sorry I wasn't on the live. I was.
Oh, you're good, man. You're good.
It's
dude.
okay, you are on the live
Yeah,
right
you're on the
now.
live stream.
I know, right? And I'm sorry I didn't get to do it because I didn't know about it for one, and then secondly, I had to have Shay help me out.
No, it was good, man. I'm looking forward to the whiskey review, dude. A lot of people in the chat are into whiskey, so.
Well, I have some special stuff for you when you come out, so we're
well-
saving the good stuff for you guys.
I dig it, man. I'm excited. Whiskey and smoke, dude, goes together like peas and
yeah.
carrots.
Well, that's the plan. And,
Yeah, a little bit of sessions will turn anybody into sommelier, dude. That's a fucking real fact, dude. You smoke a little bit of grass, it opens up all your taste buds. You can taste all sorts of things you didn't think were there even. That's why fucking them
Like
Taco
a
Bell.
shrimp.
Yeah, that's why Taco Bell be tasting so good. But imagine if you actually ate something good.
That's a good
You know?
point, right?
You're like, damn, Taco Bell tastes so good. I'm like, yeah, well, what if you actually ate something good? It's like that much better.
Right? You get like a fillet with some
Yeah, dude.
horseradish after a
That's
seasoned,
exactly,
forbidden
dude.
fruit blend.
We gotta do that, dude. We'll go get some prime rib and filet with horseradish. That's the fucking move.
Yo, that is the move. We're gonna have to hit the steakhouse when you guys are here.
All right, man. We'll let you do your thing, brother. We love you.
All right, love you guys. Talk to you
All
soon.
right, see ya.
Bye.
All right.
Okay, so we're never gonna stay on topic because
It is what
if
it
you
is.
want us to stay on topic, you should watch a YouTube video. We're live streaming and we're talking for 3 hours.
We're hanging out, dude. If you've never been to the Campout,
Is this your first
this
time
is
in
what
our
it's-
live stream?
This is what it's like. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm like, I guess it's.
We're not
sorry
gonna
if,
sit
like,
here and like he asked us specifically. He's like, "Are we gonna talk about motorcycles? What's your favorite bike?" And I'm like, "What do you want from me?" We do this like all the time, like once a week. You want me to tell you what my favorite bike is every week, or do you want me to tell you what my favorite bear is once in a while? I have multiple depths in my personality. I'm not just a bike, okay?
Yeah.
I think about
also,
bears
like,
too.
I feel like favorite bike is a weird question because I'm just like, I just like motors. I just like bikes, dude.
And what if I want to ride my bike to see this bear?
Like I could have a favorite bike at the moment, but I'm very fortunate. I've gotten to ride so many different kinds of motorcycles, so I'm very fortunate. But like I think it has made me go like I don't really care. It could be anything, dude. I'll have a good time. I could have a good time on a fucking.
That's
Trail
like saying like
125.
what type of girl do you like? It's like, bitch, I don't fucking know. I like them all. What do you want from me? I don't just like goth girls. I'm not
Exactly.
that like specific.
Are koala bears actually bears? Are they like
I think so, yeah.
pandas where they're like weasels or some shit?
Yeah, but I think a panda bear is still a bear.
No, they're weasels. Or
I don't give a
something.
fuck. That's like
They're
saying
like-
Pluto isn't a planet.
No,
I don't
no, no,
give
no.
no.
Panda bears are like raccoons or
I
something.
don't give a fuck.
Mm.
Pandas are bears.
Somebody measured them.
Fuck that person. I live in my own reality.
Normally, I'd agree with you. I'd
And
be
I
like,
have-
yo, dude.
Also never even seen a panda
I've
bear
got it.
either. I've seen no kind of bear.
Yeah, I feel like normally I would agree with you. Be like, you know what? They haven't tested them, but I think they did measure panda bears. They're like, nope, not a bear.
Dude, chat is popping off right now with bear thoughts.
It's actually a fucking ferret. I think
Wait.
I think they're big ferrets.
Scroll back in the chat. I think Shadetree Jay changed his mind about what kind of bear he likes.
Yeah, it's a gummy
Gummy
bear.
bears! Yes! That's smart.
We have so many things coming with sessions right now. So the next thing you should look out for is the wizard stick, aka the sessions pre-rolls, which aren't even they might be available now, but anyway, so those are coming up. But eventually one day also gummy bears. So, but that's future shit. Don't worry about it. It's not there yet. But one day your favorite bear will be a sessions gummy bear.
Mm.
Stay tuned. When I say one day, I mean like next year, or maybe this year. What's happening? It's a marsupial.
It's like a kangaroo. Anything with a pouch.
Is a kangaroo a bear?
No, it's a marsupial.
Were they like a rat?
No, it's like a possum. That's America's marsupial.
A possum. Opossum. Is it?
No, they're two different things. A possum and an opossum are two different things.
So is it a possum or an opossum?
They're two different things. A possum is different than an opossum.
You're gonna hit me with this shit and be like, pandas aren't fucking ferrets?
Yes.
I think they're ferrets.
But
dude.
then also, I think a tortoise is a turtle. And if you try to change my mind on that, I'll punch you. And if you want me to explain further, I won't.
First off, I'd have to understand to explain, and I don't. So.
He said marsupial.
Marsupial. Soup.
Isn't this supposed to be about motorcycles or something?
It's always about motorcycles. There's not a day in my life that goes by without me riding a motorcycle and thinking about them.
I know.
I guess that's why I get like kind of aggressive when someone's just like, "What the fuck? I thought this was about motorcycles." I'm like, "Motherfucker, you don't even love you don't experience one fraction of the lust that I have for two wheels and an engine. You would buckle, crack. You would be crushed into mush, flat, into nothing. You would be destroyed into atoms under one iota of the love and passion that I have for motorcycles. You couldn't fucking handle it. You could not handle this. And you're going to be like, isn't this about motorcycles? I'm like, ha! Motherfucker, please. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Maybe you are autistic and motorcycles are just your special interest.
I think about I can't go on vacation. I can't do anything unless motorcycles are involved. Is why I only travel unless I can ride a motorcycle. Like we're like, oh, wouldn't you like to go to Europe? Like, sure, if I can have a bike. Otherwise, why the fuck would I care?
I honestly, you made me like this.
Yeah, I literally wouldn't go.
I can't go think about going to travel without having a motorcycle.
No,
like, fuck
never.
that shit.
I would never. Not a million.
I would just rent
Someone's
one.
like, here's a free ticket to Europe, but you can't ride a bike. I'd be like, well, what? And I'm like,
cool. I'm gonna use it to jump off the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, slight hyperbole, but also it's true. I'm like, well, what would I do?
Jump off the Eiffel Tower.
No, just fucking. If I can't ride bikes, I would have nothing to do. So I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna go.
Okay, the guy who was complaining is happy now.
Rated
You know
Richie,
what?
we appreciate you, brother. We do ride. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the chat right now. I got on a little fucking soliloquy, so.
Yeah, we've kayaked.
Yeah.
I want to get Josh a kayak that has like the paddles and stuff because the problem is in a kayak, the way that you sit is going to hurt his back after a long time. So he needs a different type of kayak than the standard one. And those kayaks with the pedals are so fucking expensive. So we don't kayak often, but I have a kayak and I'd be kayaking. When did Yankee get modded? Are you mad?
Well, I think he knows him. He's a bog walker. Yankee is also, he's a mountain, the Northman.
It's like, yo, what the fuck?
No, Tommy, you're right. It's about our life. But I'm like, I like motorcycles probably more than anything. It is like a special interest thing. Like I can't do anything without equating it to bikes or motorcycles. What is what it is. I don't fucking really ask a lot of questions about it. It just is whatever. But like, if it doesn't involve bikes, I just won't do it. End of story. I just won't fucking do it. Even the boat stuff, I'm just like, how do I get the boat there with my motorcycle? I'm dead. It's not. I'm like, if I can't. Like I'm trying to build the deck boat that we got for free. So I'm like I can't pull that with a motorcycle. It weighs 2,000 pounds. But
What
Like,
about both of our motorcycles? Like
we probably could.
like reindeer.
Yeah, I just like, would it be better to any of my scientists out
Has
there?
that ever been happened?
Would it
Has
be
that ever
better
happened
to
before?
pull them side by side or in line?
I think like reindeer, like staggered.
Staggered, where it's
Like
just
staggered, like
there's
alternating
a rope
motor.
to my bike, and then my bike has a rope to your bike.
Or maybe
We do it
two
together,
ropes and
yeah.
they're attached.
What if it's only two?
Well, no, like Santa. You got to think like Santa.
Right, but it's like, is it better if one pulls and the other one helps that one pull? Or is it better if you both pull at the same time with your own power? There's a difference, you know? It's not like trains are set up.
I don't know. I'm not an engineer. We already discussed this.
No, we don't measure.
I don't
There's
measure.
I guarantee there's an engineer in the
I
chat.
would not measure the ropes either. I would just start cutting and tying ropes to our motorcycles too.
I would ride a Vespa. I don't give a shit. Especially the ones the old school Vespas were most scooters are automatics, but super old school Vestas, you shifted it by twisting the throttle. They didn't have a foot. It was a 3-speed, and you twisted the handlebar to shift. It's weird. I actually don't really like it that much, but it's kind of neat. I like weird, neat bikes. Shay and Cheyleesi would be kick-ass neighbors. Spoken like somebody who doesn't live near us. Love you. Actually, you would probably be fine, but our neighbors, if you had said that to them, would be like, motherfucker, please.
We're honestly
We're not good neighbors.
we're the worst neighbors.
We're bad, dude.
In this whole neighborhood. I'm gonna be 100% honest. It like sucks because like I used to have really annoying neighbors, and it really sucks to be the annoying neighbor. It's embarrassing.
That's all I've always been, so it doesn't bother me.
I've never been the annoying neighbor. This is new for me.
I revved a unmuffled
Oh my god, for so
3-liter V6 2-stroke boat motor today for hours.
hours.
They're like, we're not good neighbors.
And
but Crossbow Cyber would probably
they're lucky it was
you would probably be fine.
they're
so.
lucky you did it on a Saturday at this time.
I would do it on any day of the week. I don't give a shit. I've
Yeah,
done
I know.
it. So I did it today. I've been working on all week. So I've done it like every day this week. It wasn't just
I know.
today, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
And it could be 6 a.m. It could be 9 p.m. It doesn't matter to me. I will do it whenever. So, like, yeah, we're not the best neighbors.
Like, what do you want? I can't be the best at everything.
And then I was doing wheelies earlier, and like,
Were
I don't
you?
know, dude, I'm
Fun.
just like, yeah. So yeah, but I think that crossbow sniper would probably be fine. But most people would not be into it. They would just not be. It would be like, yo, I'm trying to fucking actually like watch a TV show. And I'm out there like, think again, motherfucker. You're trying to watch the Shadetree Surgeon channel in real time. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you hit the like button.
And subscribe and go to brapstar.com.
But they're
and
not. Instead of
smoke
hitting
sessions.
instead of hitting the like button, they're calling code enforcement.
I know, right? Apparently, you're not allowed to just have a bunch of stuff
Bro,
everywhere.
code enforcement tried to fucking come by today.
Today?
Yeah, they came by today. That's why I moved all that shit around.
I thought it was for me.
It was also for you.
I hate you,
So
dude.
code enforcement.
They came by today for real?
Yeah, they
You
came
liar.
by last week too.
Really, for real? Why
Um,
did nobody tell me anything?
Well, it doesn't matter because they're just like, well, you've got all these vehicles, right? Blah blah blah. I just put a license plate on everything. I'm just like, yo, dude, I have like 100 license plates. You think I won't fucking? I didn't even fucking put them on I just leaned them against the tires. I'm like, there you go.
You just
Just put it near
did
it.
like the Ron Swanson where you just hand him a piece of paper and you're like, I have a license, and it says this piece of paper just says I do what I want.
I mean, yeah, kind of like that. I appreciate you guys. I think I think we're probably running up towards the end of it.
Yeah, we've been streaming for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I'll
think
see you
I've
guys
had
next
enough
weekend. I mean,
Modelos.
we'll probably stream one more time this week before the Campout. So
Yeah, we got a
have
cool
videos.
setup.
We have videos tomorrow releasing, and then we'll probably stream on Tuesday.
I don't know. We'll see.
I feel like people will probably be here by Wednesday. So
You shouldn't be, but some people always are. So
yeah, please don't arrive early.
try not to arrive early. I
No.
get that shit happens on the road, but try not
Sure. But, hotels exist.
to. Yeah.
You don't have to arrive early. It is a charity when it's not a campground.
Yeah, I was about to say it's like there is yeah.
thing. It's their home.
Dave and Cindy also live there.
Yeah, so it's like arriving to your guest's party a few days early. It's a little inappropriate.
Mr. Tommy, you were fine. Everyone was fine, dude. If I specifically called you out and like went on a tangent about something you said, it's not because I fucking hate you, dude. You're fine, I promise.
No, it means we specifically love you the most.
Eric's channel, you need a trike to tow that boat. That would be true. I could probably tow it with a trike.
How about 3 motorcycles?
It just needs so the tongue weight right now is negative. So, but if the tongue weight is what it should be with a 2,000 pound boat on there, it's like too much for a bike. That's the real problem. But you got a trike, you can put fucking better suspension on.
I want to watch YouTube videos about bears.
All right, we love you guys.
Maybe some Smash Bros.
Play some Smash Bros. We're watching bear videos on our double TVs. No, we don't have that. I wish we did. All right.
We
farewell.
can. We could have that.
Goodbye. I know we could. Auf Wiedersehen.